Do you like basketball? Basketball, no. I like, but I'm not good at. Yes, I'm not.
Me too.
Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the State of the League podcast, the only NBA podcast that talks about every NBA team every week if you are subscribed to the Patreon. I'm your host, Jack, aka joestar. With me, as always, the world-famous Penis Butthead. How you doing today, Butthead?
Don't call me that. Guys, I'm the world-famous Pablo Escobar. I won't be disrespected on my own show.
Sorry, I thought... it was a typo. I misread. I have dyslexia. So I saw the P, and I tried to do, like, some like, I don't know, fill-in. So really, that's a Freudian slip on my part.
Bro's got penis on the brain.
Hey,
Bro's gay for that one.
Wake up in the morning, I got penis on my mind. Oh, my God. Yeah. This is going to be a good episode, everybody. Wow.
Hey, he substituted murder for penis, everybody.
We've got 4 penis jokes right off the rip, and I wonder which will be more of.
Wait a second. You know that song? You know he really killed that guy?
Okay, yeah. So are you saying I? Hey, whatever. Not that it would be a problem if I did do that. I would be the exact same kind of person before and afterwards.
You have a girlfriend, so that'd be cheating.
Oh shit, you're right. Okay.
God, he's so penis focused he forgot about his girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm one of those real old-fashioned gay guys. It's like, I'm not gay. I have a girlfriend. And then it's like...
Yeah. We went to Disneyland last summer. Together.
I'm not gay. I go to church every Sunday. I do confession once a week.
No. You see the bruises on that guy's face? He's the gay guy in town, and I taught him a lesson last week.
Nice.
If I was gay, would I have taught him a lesson?
Hell no. I taught him a lesson in a dark room. We were all wearing leather. He learned it good. You know, I taught him a lesson 3 or 4 times.
I work at the hardware store. I don't sell goods to him. Too gay for me.
Oh, this is like a small town. There's only one hardware store?
Yeah,
okay.
Little world building.
Okay, I like that.
I asked him to charge him an extra 3 cents for every gallon of gasoline because he's driving to the gay headquarters.
Oh, yeah. And this at the gas station there's a guy who pumps your gas for you also. It's one of those gas stations.
Ooh, well,
we're in New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binaries
I've never been to one of those states.
Me neither. It just seems like... I feel like we've talked about this before, with like tipping someone for your coffee. I'm pro tipping for coffee. You are anti tipping for coffee.
Yeah,
and I feel like that says a lot about like
really
our general
cool,
stances on labor and all that stuff. And so, but tipping someone who pumps my gas, oh buddy. Get a job. I'd stop standing around waiting for someone to pull up to the gas station, dude. I can do it myself.
Do people tip those guys? Are they supposed to?
I think I mean, I don't know. Like, this is me thinking back to, like, a radio play of To Kill a Mockingbird. This is me thinking back of the Twilight Zone, back when any media featured those fucking people. I don't really know the etiquette around it now, but... Hey, if anybody here hails from the great state of New Jersey or a different state where people do that, yeah, let us know. I feel like it's popular in New Jersey because it's just something that mob guys were fond of, you know? Where like, the guy, he's like, hey, keep the change. You, like, flicks him a quarter or something. There's, like, less and less spots you could do that at. So when it came time to, like, kind of legislate the gas station situation, the unions were really throwing their weight around.
Yeah. I'm looking up when Reese's cups were invented in 1928. So we're coming up on the 100-year anniversary. But yeah, I wonder, was there ever a time, how far back in history would I have to go to where I pull up to a gas station and I can't get a Reese's cup? That's like throwing me back in time to the Paleolithic era.
That's Pablo's version of like a person of color going back in time, and they're like, God. I would be subjected to like all of this terrible racism, and like my life would be incredibly hard. And Pablo's like, yeah, I mean, me when I can't go to the gas station and get a peanut butter cup, oh, I'd fucking kill myself.
And for me though, it's better today because it's like if racism was fully fixed. Because I walk in anywhere, I could get a whole variety of Reese's cups.
Your life is really good, dude.
So little advice to all the politicians: go tackle racism from the Reese's cup angle.
Put it in all the gas stations.
They put anti-racism in every gas station and in every kind. I just had the latest new Reese's Big Cup. You know about that?
No. See, the problem is, like a woke, spineless liberal, I developed a nut allergy as a young adult.
Oh my god!
And so Reese's Cups off the table for me. Huh?
Post-vaccine, you picked this up?
Honestly, shockingly close to when I got the vaccine. This happened, so I never thought about that. Okay, maybe I should start thinking a little crazier. Maybe these people are onto something.
They denied me my peanut butter cups. And
Yeah.
I can't have Reese's Puffs anymore without puffing up my throat. Yeah, what a hell I would wish on everybody else first before me. So the latest Reese's Big Cup, they just put in like Easter shaped candies. I don't even know what they are, like little eggs and stuff.
Bunnies and stuff, or what?
Yeah, it's like Easter themed Big Cup.
What a
it was
ridiculous
really good.
fake holiday.
So my number what?
Oh, it's just like I don't know. The imagery associated with Easter is just stupid to me. Shout out to bunnies. Shout out to flowers. And shout out, like, huge get for the eggs community, but overall, I don't know. When I think about, like, what Christmas is cooking with, like, red and green and snowflakes and things, or the 4th of July with fireworks and maybe, like, a picnic table, it's just, yeah, Easter for me, I don't know.
I think that's a crazy take. I think Easter is up there with, not in terms of, like, importance or fun, but in terms of distinct identity, I think it's up there with Christmas.
Well, my problem
and
is
Halloween.
not
I put it above
it's
4th of July.
It's distinct. I just don't like it.
Did you do egg stuff? Egg hunts?
I did. When I was a younger kid, the adults in my family would hide eggs, and we did a Easter egg hunt.
Fun?
And there was a golden egg, and it had $5 in it, and so that was pretty sick.
What?
Yeah,
How do you not love Easter? Did you get presents on Easter?
This is part of it. My friends always got way cooler presents than I did. Which, to be fair, getting any presents at all on Easter, a bit like you're up. You're playing with house money at that point. But I have a very specific memory where I got like a book, and then I went to church, and my friend was also at church, and we went to the bathroom at the same time, so we wouldn't have to be in church anymore. And he was like, "Yeah, I got a skateboard from the Easter Bunny," and I was like, "Oh, what? The Easter Bunny just gave me a book, dude. Damn."
That's crazy. Easter was always like one-off, kind of funkier gifts, and the only one I remember because it was so good, it was a ladybug hunting kit, and it came with a magnifying glass and stuff like that.
I will say,
it was great.
The problem with
and
Christmas,
Easter, you get so much candy.
Yeah, the problem with Christmas versus if you get something cool like that at Easter, if you get a butterfly hunting kit for Christmas, you're gonna forget about it by the time it's usable.
And butterfly, that's kind of girls stuff.
Oh, so what do you want? Like an ant farm or something? What's the boy version of catching butterflies?
Well, the ladybug hunting kit, it's a ladybug, but it's not as girly, you know.
Oh, okay. So for you, butterflies are like for lazy, like soft, kind of cowardly, feeble people, and then ladybugs are like a symbol of masculinity.
Maybe not masculine. I'll put it this way for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, butterflies are dresses. Ladybugs are pantsuits.
What hormones do the girl? What's the opposite of testosterone?
Estrogen.
That's ground up ladybugs, you know.
Yo,
Yeah.
I could. Oh my god, I could have. Oh my god, I could have invented the trans shot back then.
Oh my god. Okay. What are we at? I can't even see the clock on this. Oh, there
we're
it is.
top right.
Well, no, for you it's top right, but I'm hosting the call today, so for me it's on the bottom. It's on the launch pad, mission control type shit. Okay, well, do you want to get into the East?
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Let me timestamp this hoe.
You know Jesus came back to life on Easter.
Mm-hmm. You know it's Ramadan.
That's a big deal. Oh, did it start? Oh,
Yeah.
it did start.
So, I don't
they're
know.
saying it's the easiest Ramadan ever.
Well, they're saying it's They're saying it's fake fasting. Christians and Catholics are crawling out of the woodwork to say it's
way,
not real.
dude.
It's this. So you just wake up and you eat a huge meal, and then the sun goes down and you eat a huge meal. It's just like think back to Lent when you were a kid.
No way, Mister. No Chicken Fridays is coming after the Muslims for being non-dedicated. They 5 times a day they pray.
And to be, I'm not gonna generalize. I'm sure there's plenty of Muslim people who are skip out around Ramadan or whatever, or don't adhere to it. But the vast majority of people that I knew, would I see at fish fries or whatever, nobody was sticking to that shit in any capacity. It would be gave up candy for Lent. I ate a peanut butter cup today. Damn. Oh well. But I don't know. A lot of the Muslim people I've known are a lot more serious about that shit. I have memories of playing basketball with people and being like, you can't even have water. It's 95 degrees out. You can't even have water right now. What are you doing out here? And so, yeah. Shout out to the Muslims. Shout out to Ramadan. Shout out to Allah, I suppose.
Shout out to the Catholics and Christians pretending their religion is hard. It's not. It's never been.
That's how it was able to dominate the world, is because they would go to a new place. They'd be like, "This is our
this
religion."
Is so easy.
everyone they fucking colonized was like, "Yo, 1 hour once a week, sign me up, pal."
It's more about hate than discipline.
Yeah. You know that guy that's already annoying you? We got a reason now, baby.
And also, we have this little situation. Come in the booth and gossip to us. Tell us all the scuttlebutt in the town.
Hey, if you're sorry, it's cool. Do whatever you want.
It's cool. Our guy was sorry back then.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he was sorry for you, actually. He was so sorry that now you could do whatever. And as long as you own up and you're like, my fault, big guy, then you're good to go.
So Adam and Eve were evil for you. That's basically you did that. But Jesus is sorry for you. So it's again the easiest religion. Everything's taken care of for you.
Which is crazy because power scaling that down, would that make Adam half of Jesus? Because if he's evil enough that he could do all of the evil for humanity, or half of it, because Eve did. Well, let's give Adam 45%, because the woman was more evil, obviously. But
because she had to go. Basically, what she was doing was shopping back then.
Yeah. You want to elaborate on that?
Because what did she do? They were like, "Don't go by the snake," and then she's like, "But I gotta check out the snake."
Yeah, no, that checks out. She was grocery shopping, and he was like, I got an apple. And she was like, yo, they were telling me something, but I'll eat the apple, and look at us now. So, yeah, I mean, so really, Eve is 55% of Jesus, if we're power scaling all that out. But
I don't think he put powers into them. I don't think
he doesn't need to put power. Well, no, I'm just saying, if she has the capacity to do something and have it affect all of humanity, and Jesus has the capacity to do something and also affect all of him. It's not they had a 1v1 and somebody won, but it's they fought the same person. And Jesus defeated them, but Eve, stalemated.
But I'm a feminist, so I'm not, and the patriarchy, so I'm not going to put it on her. I think Jesus was like, I can't believe you did that to all of humanity. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put that on everyone else. So it was still him. And she's like, well, I had the apple. My bad.
What's it even doing there, really?
Really. And you do know the truth, though, right? That Eve wasn't there.
Eve wasn't in the garden?
It was Steve. Yeah.
All the way back to penis butthead, baby. We're full circle. Steve, Adam, and Steve. Yeah,
Adam and Steve. It was really them.
Damn, that would be crazy if like they got like they retranslated the Bible one more time for old time's sake. The Rosetta Stone, they found a missing piece of it, and they could do it more accurately now. And the Pope comes out. It was actually Adam and Steve in the garden. Everybody, I'm sorry.
Doesn't it make more sense canonically? Like the great sin is eating an apple versus the great sin is you were in the garden just being gay with each other. That's what the church would be like. No, we got to cover this up because then once everyone knows that they'll be gay, then they'll all be gay. Versus not everyone likes apples.
That's true. I don't completely follow you there, but I'm on board with whatever.
Basically,
push, you know?
If everyone found out that gay was the beginning, everyone would be gay. And then there'd be no more babies and no more soldiers for the Catholic Church.
Okay, and then like the baptism shops would go under immediately.
Because you know that's why the Mormons have so many kids. They want an army.
An army? Okay,
it's
right.
really just manpower.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Well, I don't know. It makes sense if I'm looking at this from the angle of like a con artist who doesn't want to work anymore and wants everybody to love and worship me. Then I'm like, yeah, you got to make 25 sons, and they could be my farm hands in about 10, 15 years. And so until then, you guys can do all the work. But the more children you sire, it'll get easier for you. And so that's really why I want this. It's just like I just don't want you guys to have to work so hard.
Yeah, and again, I'm pro robot. So once the robots come in, the AI robots, I'll be nice to them while they're toiling the fields or whatever.
Okay. I wonder if they would like. You could probably like. I don't know. Because if it's AI and it's like full on human brained like us, like it's the equivalent to us, that's too much. But like if it was 40% less. It could probably just program itself to be like, yo, I love tilling the fields. This is like my life's calling, man. This shit rocks. And so, I don't know. Maybe that's the sweet spot.
Yeah, that's what I do with peanut butter cups.
Oh, you have to trick yourself into liking peanut butter cups?
Never mind, that's not what I do.
Yeah, I know. He does a secret disgusting thing with them. It's pretty gross. All right, calm little 17. God damn, we're so good at this shit, dude. 17, the Cleveland Cavaliers, baby. 4-0, last four. They beat the Heat, the Bulls, the Blazers, the Celtics. They are actively on a 12-game win streak. They're 16-1 over their last 17 games. In this span, they are the first offense, the second best defense, and the first best net rating. They lead the Thunder in net rating during this span by a full 3 points. So, I don't know. They looked already really good, and then you take a look around lately, and it's like, yo, they're really good.
Evan Mobley has a 92 overall in 2K now. That's pretty huge. But yeah, did you see that they filed a trademark for Cavalanche?
No. Did they trademark the diff? That's Mike. We got to get that on here.
Oh, I actually do have something written about the diff. There's I saw an origin story posted.
Okay.
And so the diff was Dan Gilbert's idea, and it first appeared on the Jumbotron in 2006, and then it finally got to TV last year. And so, you know what? He kind of has a good point. When someone asks you what the score is, you don't say it's, 90 to 80. The Cavs GM said. You say, we're up 10, or we're down 10. And he said Dan Gilbert thought it was the easier way for folks to get that number. And the diff goes well beyond a scoreboard enhancement. Wait, what are you going to say?
I don't personally say the score that way, but I don't hate the idea. Conceptually, I don't hate the idea of it. It's like, yeah, the whole thing with the diff is that, like, I really don't mind it at all. I just think it's very funny when it's, like, the tensest moment of the game. There's, like, 60 seconds left, and it's like, hey, down one, by the way. Down one down here, if you didn't know.
Well, imagine, like, you get a pizza delivery. Here, role play. You're on the couch watching the game.
Okay.
And,
hey, come on, ref. You got to call that.
I'm pizza delivery guy. The door opens, Oh, you got the game on?
That's my door.
Oh, you got the game on?
Yeah, man. Who's
winning? What's the score?
Oh shit! Let me pull out my calculator. Hold on. We're up 14. Yeah.
See, it'd be so much quicker with the diff on the screen.
And that's what it's really about, is pizza delivery guys getting in and out of there a little bit quicker. We're shaving the margins.
Yeah, I always felt so bad for the pizza delivery guy on big sports days. I'd be like, oh, I bet he really wants to be watching this. But I bet he wasn't, because he took that shift. Or maybe
like
he
me?
just had to.
I was a pizza delivery guy. First of all, we closed at 10, and so that helped out a little bit in the sense that most prime time NBA games I could get home and watch. But I would also just drive around with shit playing in my car all the time. Like I would just have it playing on my phone, not like watching it on my phone, but like just having the play-by-play in the radio. I don't know. Okay, so they clinched the playoff spot with the win over the Miami Heat this week, and we talked about the Celtics win on the Patreon. So if you want us to glaze it harder, go to patreon.com/stateoftheleague, but we could maybe talk about it. It was a pretty good win. It was a good one for Cleveland. Yeah,
there's just fake win, no Drew Holiday, no Porzingis, but pretty good one for all intents and purposes. What else do I have for these guys? They still have not lost since getting DeAndre Hunter.
Oh, that's good.
Donovan Mitchell is the only qualified player this season to average 24 plus points per game while getting fewer than 32 minutes a night. They're keeping him fresh, and if he maintains this pace, he would be only the 6th player to do it over a full season.
They're calling it the reverse Tibbs.
Yeah, who needs minutes? When you have a little guy, give him little minutes, not the opposite way.
Maybe that'll be a theme that permeates this episode. A few spots down the standings.
Donovan Mitchell was Eastern Conference Player of the Month, ECOM. Evan Mobley got the DCOM.
ECOM and DPOM?
Or what's defensive play? DPOM, yeah, DPOM.
Yeah.
And Mobley is now the first guy in history to get 2 DPOM awards. So
holy shit! Cool. Okay,
crazy resume for him.
How did Wemby? What the fuck? Wait, whatever.
I don't know.
That's stupid.
Who's the
I assume Chet probably got 1 or 2, but Wemby's not even losing them to like Dyson Daniels or anything. Wow, it's so sad what this fucking league has to do to suppress my goat.
Yeah. And then the last thing I have is Ty Jerome got fined $25,000 for calling out that ref Natalie. He said, I thought Natalie was really bad tonight.
Yeah, I thought it was really crazy. He super misogynistic rant, if you guys didn't see it. He was like, I don't want to repeat it, but you should look it up.
Guys, yeah, we're not going to say what he said.
He said, that bitch can't ref for shit. Get her the fuck off the floor. No. Shout out to Natalie. That's a difficult job for sure.
Not more difficult than underwater welding, though.
What game was that he said that after? I remember watching the tape back and being like, they kind of getting there.
I do not remember.
Maybe it could have been the Celtics game. But it would just be weird to come in after such a sick win and be like,
I don't think so.
Be like, first things first, where the hell's Natalie? Oh man, we have one lobbyist request here. J Mac, is this year's Cavs team legit or frauds? After watching their win against the Onomatopoeia and the Heat, I want to believe they can make a finals run, even if they don't have a generational number one option like a Steph, KD, or LeBron. However, something about this team reeks of 2015 Atlanta Hawks, even if all the players on this Cavs team are better than every player on that Hawks team. Shout out Jeff Teague, though. First of all, have some fucking faith in your guys. Jeez, I mean, good lord. We just reek of the 15 Hawks. Come on, man. Is it just an inevitability that they get bounced by Boston? Or can they break through and be the first team since, like, the 04 Pistons to win without a traditional number one superstar option. I don't know. How much worse is like good playoff Donovan Mitchell than like Jason Tatum?
It really, it's like only like one tier below. I feel like.
To me, like it's soundly a worse player. I don't want to like shit on Tatum or anything, especially because of the two-way play. But I don't know. Like I feel like the Celtics last year was such a good example of like, hey, if you're like a good enough team, you can have not the best player in the series and still win, even though like Luka was hurt and shit, I guess, in the finals. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I think because of the level of talent in the league today, it's much harder to see Donovan Mitchell as a superstar. But if he were just the same guy 10 years ago, and then especially 15, 20 years ago, he'd be no doubt superstar. But yeah, it's just relative to all.
Imagine
if
Tracy McGrady was 6'4".
Imagine if Tracy McGrady did good numbers all the time.
So just not in the playoffs. Loser.
I think they're a legit contender in a normal NBA world, which means no Celtics super team and no Warriors super team. But there's a Celtics super team right now. So
I don't know. I feel like they could contend with the Warriors.
Them.
I would, or the Celtics.
Shut
up!
Jeez.
God.
I think that's becoming a more and more popular opinion. Like I think Bill Simmons and Russillo now have them. Like,
that's why I'm saying it. It's because they said it a few days ago. So
okay.
Honestly, if you guys take everything I say on this podcast and overlap it with the release of the Bill Simmons pod, I'm not saying I'm plagiarizing everything. I'm just saying I take a lot of inspiration. No, I don't know. I just think like the world is real where the Cavs win. I just don't think it'd be very easy, and I would still probably pick the Celtics. I think, first of all, I'm not expecting Porzingis to be there in a series, so I think the Cavs would probably pretty soundly have like a front court advantage over them. Whether or not that would result in like the whole Jared Allen, get your ass out on the perimeter thing that we saw in their last matchup, or the Cavs, whether or not they would have a counter to that, I guess. It's to be decided, but yeah, I don't know. To me, this is a lot different than the Hawks team, just because the league is so much more talented now that, like, I don't know. If that Hawks team were around today, like, we just would not care. We might care a little bit, but
this Cavs team would beat that Cavs team that beat them.
It would be either, it would be like an insane job from LeBron, which, like, I don't know. You don't really have anybody to guard LeBron, and I do feel like he would still, like, emulsify Jared Allen and Evan Mobley at the rim.
Yeah.
But it is just like a better, I don't know, a better team, like top to bottom. Like there's such an incredibly deep team with like good players, and they have so many different guys that can give you like a really high ceiling performance on any given night, where it's like, hey, we got 30 from Mobley tonight. That's not like an outlier thing. You can expect that to happen once or twice a series. Same with Garland. And then obviously Donovan Mitchell is sick. So I don't know. I would say be a little bit more boisterous on your boys, but I don't know. Just because if they don't beat the Celtics, that doesn't make them the 15 Hawks, I guess is how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I'm same boat.
Okay, fuck. I forgot to write down the Celtics' last 4 games. What a disaster.
They went 3-1.
Okay. Let me find out which teams these were against. I know they obviously lost to the Cavs, so that's probably the one loss.
They beat the Sixers last night.
Right? Okay, yep. Lost to the Cavs, beat the Nuggets, the Blazers, and the Sixers. Anything happen with the Celtics this week? Anything historically notable?
Peyton Pritchard dropped 43.
What about the other guy?
Derek White dropped 41 in the same game. White PP combined for 80.
First
84?
time in Celtics franchise history that two guys have had 40 in the same game.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, that's why I said historically significant, which, like, it's just, like, funny to think. Not only one of the most talented franchises ever, or, like, has these collections of, like, incredible teams together, but also a lot of guys playing basketball when there was 1 million points being scored, so it is kind of surprising that never happened. That we never got, like, I don't know, like the John Havlicek masterclass next to I guess Bill Russell wasn't necessarily a volume scorer, so
he was
40.
a team player. Red Auerbach spread the ball around. Unlike Wilt, that nasty giant.
That nasty giant. That's the opposite of the green beans, the Jolly Green Giant. That nasty giant.
Yeah. Jason Tatum in 3 quarters without Jalen, Drew, KP, Allen, Hauser. 35, 7, 2, and 3 on 23 shots. What a blast. Yeah, they had no one else, but he still, just the presence of Jason Tatum was enough alone to beat the Sixers.
Did the Sixers have Maxey or Paul George in that game?
No, I'm pretty sure no.
Okay, nice.
Tatum did not touch the floor in the fourth quarter, so he didn't even have to.
He was
play
levitating.
They were 20th the whole time, and we got a Baylor Shireman sighting. New Baylor Shireman,
hey.
Career high 15 points. The next Sam Hauser, and also Derek White chipped a tooth. He got hit by Kelly Oubre, so that's not worth it.
He's got weak enamel.
Maybe, I wonder.
Maybe he should get the Kanye West titanium jaws. You know.
Oh, but isn't his dentist, like, they say he got him addicted to laughing gas?
Yes. Well, that would be crazy. If you think about Derek White, just metal teeth, like, high out of his mind every game, that could be kind of scary if you're the opposing team.
Sort of like One Piece reference. Everyone in the...
I'm not there.
The people caught up.
Axe Hand Morgan.
And then last thing. Did you watch the Celtics documentary?
Oh, I wrote down Bill Simmons arrested for public masturbation at TD Garden. Discovered jacking off as the first episode of Celtic City aired on HBO.
Well, you know he made it, right? And
yeah.
He's got his dad interviewed in it. I was like, come on. I guess he was a season ticket holder, and they do that. It's not like completely unprecedented.
Well, yeah, it's not like him asking, what do you think about the Warriors? And his dad's like, I don't know, he's watched like 4 Warriors games all year or something.
That's Steph Curry. I've never seen anything like it.
I saw him when they came to town. It was crazy.
Yeah.
What was the first episode about?
I didn't watch it yet, but there's going to be a new one every week.
Okay. I'm not watching. Maybe I'll watch it eventually. I'm not as documentary pilled as you are. I just don't care about real life that much. I'm waiting, like the same way you're waiting to be nice to AI robots. I'm waiting for Ready Player One to be real, and then I'll just lock into my weird little treadmill, go into the metaverse.
Okay, I'm not a documentary guy. I'm a metaverse guy.
Yeah, well, no, not like the stupid, lame metaverse. This metaverse, I would be playing Call of Duty in real life.
Oh, yeah, well, not with real death, right?
No, but in real, in kind of, it transcends the barrier between real life and imagination, that kind of thing. Okay.
Have you seen those games where it's like war games, like Call of Duty, but they have no interface? So there's just like, you don't, if you kill someone, you don't get to see like plus 100 or anything like that. Like the body just falls to the ground.
No, I've never seen those. Yeah, it just seems a lot more graphic.
When you die, it'll just like cut to black. They're like, this is how it's like to die. in war.
Oh, speaking of which, I just saw Mickey 17 last night. Mickey, what's it like to die?
Does that come out? Was last night the premiere?
I guess, yeah.
Oh, was it good? I want to see it. Tell me no more. All right.
Yeah, we can talk about it after you've seen it. Robert Pattinson's good. I'll say that much. Okay, we have 3 lobbyist requests here from Beantown, USA. Maybe. I don't know where these guys are at, but they're asking about Celtics questions. William Burke says, what do we do with KP? Personally, I really like the ceiling he brings, but paying him $30 million to sit on the bench, parentheses, he has AIDS or something. He's been out for a week with an illness. I think it would be a bigger deal if Kristaps Porzingis had the AIDS virus.
I think AIDS is more manageable these days, no?
Actually, yeah, that's true. Well, HIV is. I don't know, but every commercial that I see is like, if you have HIV, we can give you a pill and it'll be fine. But like, they never say, if you have AIDS, we'll give you a pill and it'll be fine. So maybe that's just different medication that I'm not getting targeted for. But regardless, yeah, I don't think he has AIDS. Do we try to move him or hope he could stay healthy? Also, Pablo, have you seen Severance? Okay, shut up about Severance.
No, not yet.
We don't care if we know you're fucking. Why haven't you seen it yet? Are you going to watch it?
Yeah. Is season 2 done?
Not quite. You know what I started? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Oh my god.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist. It's so good,
Full Metal
dude.
Alchemist.
So, what do you do with KP? I'm not paying his ass, to be honest.
Well, wait, is he expiring? Or what's going on with his
I don't know. I assume that this person was arguing in good faith. I think, yeah, they signed him to a 2-year deal after the trade, I believe. Because it was like a sign-and trade type thing. So, yeah. Oh, wait, so this is the first year. He's $31 million next year, essentially. And then he's an unrestricted free agent after that. I mean, if the right deal comes along, sure. I just don't really see, like anybody chomping at the bit to add Porzingis. Because I don't really think there's going to be, like, a stretch of games where what would be the trade market for him, everybody gets fooled into being like, oh, he's healthy this year. Like, when the Celtics got 60 games out of him or whatever, to me that felt like the outlier, and it's kind of, I don't know, panned out that way.
I don't think you could trade him because I don't think anyone's going to give you something equal or better in return.
Mm-hmm.
And until he messes with retaining the other guys better than him, then I don't see any reason to move him because he's a great luxury to have, and he is a rare type of player, rim protecting, floor spacing big, and so just ride it till the wheels fall off, baby.
Hell yeah. Sam64 says, Celtics question. Oh, wait, no. Celtics new lobbyist here. Welcome to the show.
Oh, welcome to the show.
Peyton Pritchard dropped 43 as he ages out of his prime, parentheses, he's 27, and continues to be streaky on offense / non-existent on defense. Jesus. This is the most negative Celtics fan I've ever heard about. I've never heard anyone, like, as a Celtics fan, even be like, he's all right. They're like, no, he's literally all-star level. He just doesn't get the touches. Does this make him a possible trade target for the Bulls? So as he continues to be streaky on offense and non-existent on defense, does it make him a possible trade target for the Bulls? If the Bulls do not get the first overall pick and can't take flag for Arturas's all-white team, should they trade a top 5 pick for Pritchard, Dylan Harper to the Celtics for a 6-foot white guy who says no? What the fuck? Oh. What is this?
All right, we're back. We're back.
Yeah,
you froze on my screen.
You froze on my screen.
Okay, we're back. But now we're still in sync. See, StreamYard would be like, no, one of you is actually 9 minutes behind for the next 30 minutes.
There was like a time, dilation there. Somebody went too close to a black hole, so you exist 40 seconds behind him in space-time now.
Yeah. But so wait, the last thing I heard was for Arturas's all-white team.
It's essentially just should they trade a top 5 pick for Pritchard?
Oh God, they shouldn't, but I wouldn't put it past him because Pritchard, he's a very hard worker. They tell legendary stories about his hard work, and
I've seen his dribbling workout.
He's a more functional player than Josh Giddey is. He's a great pull-up shooter. Mm-hmm. They both don't play defense. Giddey's a better passer, but I mean, what? We don't need to relitigate. We don't need to re-Giddeyate.
Okay.
Yeah, that was cool by me.
It was.
Yeah, I think Peyton Pritchard is a regular season luxury. Really. We'll see if that changes. I've doubted him the whole way through, but We'll see if that changes in the playoffs.
I don't know about regular season luxury. I just do feel like, yeah, the more you play him in the playoffs, the more you go against like really good teams. The best teams in the league will see him on the floor and be like, "Oh, sweet, a guy that's not Derek White or Drew Holiday. This is perfect." Yeah. Liam Defader says, longtime watcher, parentheses about a month, first time talker.
Oh.
He doesn't even know about the Ballmobile, bro. How long could it be?
Crazy, dude.
Is there really anything Tatum can do to win over the majority of the NBA fan base, or is that a fruitless battle at this point? I think when you mix him being on the seas with his love of the three-pointer and his admittedly corny behavior at times, he's kind of everything a lot of NBA fans hate. Also, listen to Ghost Mountain's album October Country. I'm not going to do
Ghost
that.
Mountain?
Don't do it,
Is that
people.
this guy?
They have not sponsored us. Ghost Mountain, you could reach out, and if your songs are good, maybe we'll use them for the intro. Although a lot of people like the new intro music. Everyone's always like, "Yo, where's it from? Where's the new intro from?" Don't worry about it.
All right, Ghost Mountain's been making music for a while. The latest single came out October 25th, Dark Harvest. And he's got scary imagery. Guys, don't listen to this guy in the dark. What was the question?
I don't remember. Can Tatum do anything to make people not hate him?
I don't know. Because, the problem is more success leads to more hate. Like, Patrick Mahomes was so cool at the beginning, and now everyone's like, evil, hate this guy, don't want to see him win, even though he plays way more exciting. Well, I guess he plays less exciting.
The way
now
you
than
said
he used
evil
to.
kind of sounded like all the small things. Evil, small guy, Jason, Tatum. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is, to be honest, I think what's best for the person asking this question is to emotionally distance yourself from the average opinion of an NBA fan. I don't think it's going to change.
Yeah, and really, yeah, I like if he wins more championships, does he get more hated or less hated?
Almost certainly more hated. I don't know. Maybe it would change if you get like, I don't know. It wouldn't even, like, if he had like an undeniable, like, Jokic Giannis type playoff title run where it's just so good. And you come out on the other end, Finals MVP, NBA championship.
The anomaly commercials.
Yeah. But even if he got that this year, there would still be so many people being like, they're literally a super team. They are literally a super team. This is not cool or impressive at all. And so, yeah, I don't know. I think you either got it or you don't in this sense.
He doesn't have Riz like that.
He doesn't have Riz. And that's not, like, Jokic really does. If Jokic was worse at basketball, nobody would like him.
He's got Riz, though. Like, because he's very...
He's got nonchalant, is what it is.
Yeah, he is nonchalant, and not in a performative way at all. Like, he's genuinely like that. Also, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Tatum is... Like, Tatum is nice in terms of, like, just not being mean. Like, I don't know if he's, like, over... Like, I don't know. He doesn't have the Jokic Riz. I'll just say that.
Yeah, it's just he doesn't have the Jokic Riz, but he also doesn't have like the Shea or the Anthony Edwards Riz, and
No.
I feel like that's the Riz he like aims for. When you say the word performative, I'm not gonna I don't know. There definitely does seem to be.
Well, there are double standards applied to him, where everyone and their mother can be on their knees for Kobe Bryant and the Mamba mentality, but this is the one guy they've determined it's lame for. Like, why is it cool when Kyrie does it versus this guy? Like, we don't.
I really
all
do
have
feel
to...
like posting that text message was just like it was like a domino effect where.
Yeah, but if Kyrie did that, people would eat that up, don't you think?
Probably. I also just don't feel like I feel like it's really hard to compare the two because Kyrie is already so stamped as a cool player in so many people's minds where it's like if Jason Tatum was the coolest dribbler of all time and had one of the biggest shots in NBA Finals history, then yeah, I don't know, the Riz would be higher, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
oh well.
What's it called? And who? Oh yeah, and he doesn't even. I don't even think he's kind of boring, but not even boring in the same way Tim Duncan was. And so I don't think people will be attracted to it in that way too.
Yeah, it's not so much like we never hear from this guy. He's just always off doing his own thing. It's just like you get
Here's
media.
some chips.
Yeah, he says stuff, and it's just like, oh, okay, thanks, Tatum. 45. Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. The New York Knicks are next.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my good friend Afro Man. I'm a big Afro Man guy. Go to standings. What did the Knicks do? Oh shit, 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the Grizzlies. They beat the Heat. They lost to the Warriors. They lost to the Lakers. A lot of stuff to talk about with the Knicks this week. Where do you want to start?
Jalen Brunson is dead.
He's dead? Oh
yeah.
Man. Was there like a? I haven't looked online or anything. Was there like a report about his actual diagnosis?
I don't think so. Well, I don't know either because I just woke up.
Listeners, so overtime last night against the Lakers, Jalen Brunson was incredible. Very classic Jalen Brunson game. All of the tough shots, he was burying them. And then with a little over a minute left, he suffered a pretty severe ankle sprain. One of those where like you don't land on the side of your foot and the whole thing goes like perpendicular to your body. You almost land on like the outside of your toes. And then your ankle bends at like a 45-degree angle to the rest of your body. So, I don't know. For the real athletes who have ankle problems, a more severe sprain.
So everyone close your eyes. Get really into it.
Theater of the mind.
Youch!
Oh! Ow. Dude,
yeah,
damn.
That's what it was. I watched a video about that sports doctor guy. He was talking about the injury. He was saying a bunch of terms like basically the ankle went this way, but the top part went that way. There's a lot of torque, motion, blah, blah, blah. It was bad news. And so he said on the lower end, this takes you out a week, but if it's a higher grade knee sprain, this could be a month or months, but probably not season ending. But still, bad news. And so I'm officially out on the Knicks. I'm officially knocking them down. I thought, you know what, maybe just starting lineup for starting lineup, they could go bar for bar with a lot of guys, but
now
very
they certainly
apparent
cannot.
Now we got the damage building up, and also just insane how inept it felt as soon as he was out there.
Yes, that was the exact same thing I wrote down. Was like, I don't know. It's just so crazy to be like, okay, this is our team all in. This is our all-in team. We took all of our draft stuff and we're all in. And then Jalen Brunson goes out and it's like, no one can dribble the basketball anymore. Like we can't get like a post entry pass or something. Which, to be fair, the Lakers really good defense over the past whatever. But like if you're one of the best offenses in the league, and you still have the guy you gave up 6 firsts for, and you still have OG Anunoby, and you still have Karl Anthony Towns, and it's just like the second Brunson goes down, I didn't even need to see anything else. Just the way the rest of the game had gone, I was like, oh, they can't score now. There's no way they're gonna score. And so, yeah, I think Brunson will be back for the playoffs. It's just you don't want to be bringing back a guy. You don't want to go 20 games and then, hey, it's the playoffs. Can we be firing on all cylinders? No, we got to like readjust to Brunson and everything. And so, yeah, Mitchell Robinson.
And you especially don't want it for the guy who's like famous for how big of a load he carried last playoffs. Like this is the hardest we've seen someone work in 20 years in the playoffs. This is crazy.
Mitchell Robinson's been tweeting a lot about OnlyFans. And so, I don't know what that's all about, but I think he literally... Let me go check his Twitter. What's the last thing he tweeted? because he's private now, but I'm a close friend of his, and so I'm on there.
Oh, okay. What's his mom's name?
Michella? I don't know.
Oh,
so
his dad's name? No.
Mitchell Sr. Mitchell Robinson tweeted, "OnlyFans" with the heart hands emoji. Then he tweeted, "I gotta be stopped." Then he tweeted, in quotes, "Only Mitch." And then he tweeted, or he put on his Instagram story a few days ago, like he was in California, like he had the tag California location, and he was like, "Y'all know what's going on." And it was like, oh.
Surfing?
I don't know, I guess. And then Draymond Green, not cool. Did you see all that? He
said Cat missed a game because he's afraid of Jimmy, and it turned out his family member died.
Yes, a close family friend, I believe. But then he doubled down on it. Did you see that?
No. What did he?
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so glad I get to break this to you. Holy shit! I screenshotted it.
He did this on Twitter.
No, he did it in like a post game press conference. I think maybe after the Nets game. But I just have like a screenshot of the whole transcript that NBA Central put out. So for anyone who doesn't know, Cat missed the game against the Knicks because a close family friend had passed away. But Draymond
against the
Green,
Warriors.
Yeah, my fault. Against Jimmy Butler, essentially. And so he was going to that funeral. Draymond Green didn't do any research because it was publicly available that he was going to be attending the funeral of a close family friend. And so Draymond Green goes on his podcast, says, "Yep, I've heard people say, some might say, many are saying that Karl Anthony Towns is like a gay, soft, loser, crybaby bitch kind of thing."
I heard that in the locker room from an unnamed source.
Yeah. So he was like really scared of that Jimmy Butler smoke. And then someone asked him about that in the Nets conference, and they said, "Did you know anything about that at all?" He said, "Oh man, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. But my comments that I made was that people I heard was this, and that's what I heard. So I do send my well wishes to him and his family. You know, none of us. It's inevitable. We all experience death in one way or another, and we all experience it in the same way one day. So it's unfortunate. You never wish that on anybody. But the Draymond Green show must go on. So I definitely wish them well, and I wish their family well, and I mean it. You know that. We all go through that, and it's never easy for anyone. But the Draymond Green show with Baron Davis will go on."
So he's all right. Yeah, I really wait. Is Baron Davis his permanent co-host now?
I mean, I guess from maybe this is the hard launch of that. Is it being like, yeah, Baron Davis is there full time, and we're talking about dead people.
I can't. Who listens to that? I cannot imagine willingly putting that man's voice and that man's thoughts in my headphones for upwards of 30 minutes. Like, and especially like, I'm sure because he's playing right now, there's probably moments that are interesting. The second he stops playing, he will not watch basketball anymore. He's going to be the most uninteresting, most annoying human being possible in the media landscape. It'll be like Pluto. He's one of the world's 7 most annoying robots in the world.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's very in line with the thing with the Jordan Poole thing where he was like, "I'm sorry. Why won't you forgive me?" And so like, yeah, to
Twitter too. I said I was sorry.
I said I was sorry. What more do you want, dude? And so it's just like, yeah, this seems like exactly the kind of reaction that guy would have to finding out. Like, I would love to be in the room while he processed that. He was like, "Oh, Cat was at a funeral? Okay, well, it's not like I really said anything. I didn't say anything that bad. Jeez."
What I said was still true.
Yeah, the fuck? He hasn't played Jimmy Butler in a long time. So yeah, the loss to the Lakers.
I wish he just threw Jimmy under the bus. He's like, "Oh, but that's what Jimmy said."
Hey, this is what Jimmy said. What the fuck? Jimmy said that. Jimmy said he personally knew the person who passed away and he wasn't going to go. And that Karl Anthony Towns was a baby for going.
Yeah.
We have 3 lobbyist requests here. Brunson Burner says, "What up from the 48-minute Mafia, parenthesis Knicks. Now
What
that
up?
Mitch is back."
48-minute mafia.
48-minute Mafia. Now
Oh no, we're the smallest mafia in the world.
It's the same voice as the Brooklyn Nets Mafia. They're just all out of breath. They're like, "You ever say anything about Tom Thibodeau again? I'll kick your fucking ass." Now that Mitch is back, how do you feel about the Knicks' defense in the playoffs, especially against the Celtics? I feel like if Porzingis isn't healthy, the Knicks have a real chance of getting past the Celtics in a series. If we play the Cavs, it's cooked no matter what. That's an interesting stance to have. I haven't heard anybody be like, "We got the Celtics number. We can't take the Cavs. It's over."
I gotta lock more into him on the court specifically. I haven't fully focused on him when he's been out there since he came back.
Very much the same way. I know him slotting Cat up to the 4 does make them like a much more livable defense. I just also feel like, you get 3 full playoff rounds out of Mitchell Robinson. Is that real? I just don't know.
It is.
Oh,
yep.
Okay, shoot. Well, yeah, I guess
we
last
are.
year Embiid unscrewed his knee, and so that was cheating and that was fake. And then all the other injuries are also fake and cheating. And then he's such a big guy. Every time I see him, I'm like, I don't know. I have this mental image of him as like a wiry big guy, and then he gets out onto the court, and I'm like, oh, dude, you're like 300. You're fucking ripped, dude.
He's got bunda.
Bunda. Patrick Boland says, "Jack, I know you just got ambushed a bit by Knicks Twitter over minutes discourse. I want to say I don't think any fans are denying that it's an issue, but it's annoying when 99% of the discussion around the Knicks are the minutes. To be fair, many metrics have them as the healthiest team in the NBA. Is all of that supposed to suddenly change come playoffs? Who's to say?" Oh my god.
They ingest the least seed oils of every team in the NBA.
Hey, I don't want to be a dick.
Wait,
yes.
what did they come after you for?
Because I tweeted out that in 5 of the past 7 games, the Knicks have had multiple players play at least 40 minutes. And they were like, well, 3 of those were went into overtime. And I was like, oh, yeah, in the 3 overtimes games, they each had like 5 players play 40 minutes. Like, I went through every overtime game that the Knicks played, and I went through every overtime game the rest of the NBA played. And the rest of the NBA had 16 players hit 40-plus minutes over the course of like the past week in overtime games. And then the Knicks had 15 players hit 40 minutes in overtime games over the last week. And that's not even counting the overtime game they just played last night against the Lakers. That I was not around when I had done that. And so, I mean, I don't know. And that's not to say that the Brunson ankle thing is like a minutes-related injury. It's kind of similar to the Kyrie Irving thing where you just land on a guy the wrong way and it hurt. Like you just got an injury. It happens. But yeah, like I don't know. I just don't love playing all of your best players that many minutes in an Eastern Conference that really is not that tough, and when that was the downfall of your season last year. And so I don't know. I still like the Knicks, but I don't love leaning on, 6 guys that hard in February. I don't know if that's going to get any better.
Yeah. I want, by what metric are they healthy? Because they don't really play the bench at all. Is it just by total injuries on the team?
I mean, maybe it's literally just like a metric that, if I had to guess as to like how it was calculated, like the amount of minutes that you play, maybe that factors into it. And so the metric is like, holy shit, this guy's played 500 minutes over the last 6 games. Okay, let's get into it. But yeah, even if those metrics say they're super healthy, it's just not like, I don't know. I see OG Anunoby. I see the way the last couple of seasons have gone for him, and I see him playing 45 minutes on like a random Wednesday. It just, I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. especially when you're a team that's not super deep and can't afford to have an injury like that. And so, I don't know. I get that it's frustrating that it's like the centerpiece of Knicks talk, but I don't know what else the centerpiece is supposed to be beyond, like, you could talk about the Mikal Bridges thing again.
Cat and Brunson bad defense.
I guess.
Which Mikal Bridges, by the way, in the Lakers game, he played 43 minutes, and he had 6 points, 6 3 on 6 field goal attempts, 0 for 1 from 3, 1 foul, 1 turnover, -12. That's bad news.
Okay, whatever we were just saying, fuck that. We have one more lobbyist request. Kyle G says, as a Knicks fan, I'm so happy I got to watch the TNT broadcast of Lakers versus Knicks. How else would I, parentheses, a dumb consumer, have found out that Luka got traded to the Lakers if they didn't drill it into my head every 10 seconds on air? It really seemed like they had 2 topics to fill dead air time. 1, the Lakers traded for Luka Doncic and how that's a good thing. 2, the Mavericks traded away Luka Doncic and how that is a bad thing. I actually don't disagree with this coverage. It's all I think about whenever I watch the Lakers now. So I'm just like, especially every game, he's gotten more Luka pilled. Where like, he's like, step back 3, Karl-Anthony Towns, maybe you are a crybaby. Fuck you. Like he is talking so much shit and everything. The white boy swagger is coming back, and so I don't know. I guess. What's the story? What do you want? Cat's playing pretty good. But he wasn't playing good in that game. I don't know.
Well, it was still a close game with the scorching hot Lakers defense. The Knicks.
Well, they were glazing Brunson. They once it got to clutch time, they were like, "This is Brunson's moment, baby." So I don't know. But I feel the same way whenever I watch the Nuggets play the Lakers. Excuse me. All right, we got.
There's a Thinking Basketball Knicks video.
What about it?
He talked about their offense, how good it is.
Can't be that good.
It's pretty good.
Second video timestamps. Got to do some fucking math for this one.
Oh God, Pythagorean theorem.
Have you ever tried to do math with time? It's impossible.
I've never tried.
Whoever made a minute 60 seconds long, I got something for your bitch ass. I got a doohickey for you.
What would you rather have? What?
100 seconds.
Okay, yeah, because sometimes you forget. Money is 100, time is 60.
Yes. So it's like.
What if everything was 100?
550. What is that? Half past 5? Should be.
And there should be 100 episodes of Solo Leveling per week.
Are you into that now?
Oh yeah.
The main character looks so dumb. I don't like his plain clothes. What's that all about? Hey, sell me on it.
Wait, did you watch it at all?
I've seen a couple of the fights. He fought like an ice guy, and I was like, yo, it's pretty cool.
So Sung Jin-woo is the coolest guy in the world. It's literally a show about aura farming. And about what if there was a guy who was stronger than everyone else and cooler than everyone else. And all the girls.
That's what the Amazon show Reacher is about.
Oh, nice. But Sung Jin-woo would kill him easily. So easily.
I don't know. Reacher's smart.
Then he turned him into a shadow.
Reacher's smart. So what's Sung Jin-woo's powers?
What do you want to know, or do you want
he's over leveled? Is that what it is? He went to. He's been grinding levels. Is this like a video? Are we Code Lyoko?
Well, I think it's worth watching, but I could tell you.
No, okay, shut the fuck up about it then. Would the Elric brothers beat him?
It's so good. No.
Oh shit, they're probably cooler though. I'll tell you that much. Because the power of friendship is a lot cooler than whatever he's got going on. The power of brotherhood.
Oh, he's got sort of a power of friendship. Sort of a sick and twisted power of friendship.
What does he have, like? Yeah, he seems like a loser from all the pictures I've seen of him.
Oh my god.
His outfit's not cool at all. Let me look up a picture of this guy. Hold on. I want to make sure
this is literally like this is like someone coming to you and being like, that Jokic guy, he seems like really not chill.
Sung Jin Woo. Oh, his outfit is so ugly.
Is it just the snow one?
It's this fucking, like, just blue jacket. There's no aura here. We're without
Wait,
aura.
show me the pic. Show me the pic.
Okay, hold on. He's kind of cool looking. Like, his face and everything.
So he's an outfit changing guy.
Ooh, like Killua.
And like One Piece, they change every arc. Mostly.
I do like that. I like that about One Piece. Okay, you know what? I'll give it a chance at some point after I finish Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and One Piece and Severance. And
oh God, you're missing out.
Okay, the Bucks.
And you could blow through it really fast.
I'm not blowing anything.
Okay.
Freak.
All right. Okay. Hey, now it's the H3 podcast.
Does he cough a lot on there?
Yeah, he's coughing all the time. You know what? I think I've seen people said like, so he coughed all the time, and I was like, how do people listen to this? But I guess his coughs have now been absorbed by his Tourette's, and so it's now a tick. So he's coughing all the time. So I'm not gonna be ableist and say stop coughing, I guess, because he can't
Tourette's?
control it. It's truly horrible to like. He must be super anxious or something because he's really ramping up the coughing.
I'm not locked in. I don't know. So many people spend so much time on the internet consuming things about like people they fucking hate. It's such an insane way to spend your time. I don't get it.
I'm locked into the Ethan Klein stuff. I'm not in the comments. I hope he dies or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I'm locked in on the crash out because he's genuinely losing his mind. Like he just decided that he hates Hassan so much. I saw a clip the other day where what's the Palestinian movie that won the Oscar?
Yeah, No Other Land.
Yeah, Hassan, and it was made by a Palestinian guy and an Israeli guy, I guess.
Yes.
And Hassan had the filmmakers over to his house. He got
in trouble. The bad empanada yelled at him about it.
Yeah, that guy.
I am not locked into any of it. So I have no takes on it.
That he says, as far as I know, I think he's mad because Hassan says like, I understand. I'm not going to hold like mandatory IDF brainwashing against people who like you can grow up and change your mind, right? And become anti-Israel.
I'm going to be mad at Denny Avdia, but like.
Yeah, but like if Denny Avdia was like, God, they brainwashed me when I was a kid. I didn't realize how bad it was. My bad, guys. I'm not in support of that anymore. Hassan would be like, all right, cool. I think Bad Empanada would be like, you're a settler. You're a monster evil. So I think he's just going a little far with that. But yeah, Hassan had the filmmakers over, except for the one Israeli guy, because his flight didn't get in yet. Mm-hmm. And I saw a clip of Ethan where it's like, did you see Hassan? He had the filmmakers over, but he didn't even have the Israeli guy on the call. And then they were like, it was in person. He's like, what? It was? It was like he's like, they're probably the Israeli guy probably hates him. He probably doesn't want to go to his house. Okay. He just like invented a thing. Also, I saw a clip where they were like, is kelp the stick of the tree of the sea? And then Ethan was like, that's such a Hassan thing to say. It was like, oh my God, this guy, you're losing your mind over this. It's like me and Arturus. That's his Arturus. Okay.
If we ever do that, first of all, I'd be Hassan. He'd be seething. He'd be a seething chud. But, I don't know. I'd mail in. I can't say that on here. But, yeah, I'd take you out.
No, we'd be Deezus and Miro. I would be Miro, who now has a podcast with Carmelo Anthony.
I think I would be Sung Jin Woo, probably. And you would be like
what?
You'd be like one of the millions of creatures I've killed to get this cool level that I'm on.
Oh my
all by myself,
God,
solo
dude.
style.
And solo leveling has a good dub.
That's what I like. Fucking Full Metal Alchemist does not.
Oh, really? Theirs is okay.
Well, it's because I like the Japanese version of Alphonse, the way he sounds in like the armor. It sounds so much better. In the dub, it just sounds like he's like standing behind like a wall. He's like, "Hey, hey, Edward, come on, get down here." Whereas like in the Japanese one, I don't know, they do like a lot of audio process. They put a filter on it that makes him sound like jingly marbles.
Oh, I watched episode 1 and the beginning of episode 2 of Sakamoto Days, and they do that like they do the filter for Sakamoto.
They show. Well, yeah, he's inside Sheen's mind. You should just read it. Because I was thinking about
does
this.
he literally never speak out loud? It's just always.
He does sometimes. From now, I'm going all out. You'll get it when you get it. But I was thinking because we talked a while back about how you like it when there's like a numbered group introduced.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
They have one of the best ones. The Order in
Is that the old man with the sword?
Yes. He's the most powerful one of the Order. But there's 7 of them, and they all have unique fighting styles. Everybody fights with like a crazy, distinct weapon, and it's like a society staple kind of thing. I'm trying to think like, oh fuck, like if someone dies in the Order, the Assassin Society brings in someone to replace them. Like the group doesn't like disappear or anything. So there's people who are like on the short list to get into it also.
Oh, okay. So like the who's the 4th seed in the East? Oh, like the Bucks. When Jalen Brunson dies, the Bucks step in.
Yes, exactly.
They become the next team.
Okay.
That's probably gonna not make it.
I gotta be done in an hour. So we're on the 4 seed right now. Thankfully, it's the East. There's not real people below the 7 seed, but we'll treat everybody with equal respect.
Epic.
The Bucks, they've won. They're 4-0 in their last 4. They beat the Mavericks twice, the Hawks and the Nuggets. They've won 8 of their last 9 games. Their only loss was the Rockets game where Giannis got body slammed, so literally doesn't count. It's not canon. And then the KPJ triple double, evil prevails. That's what I wrote.
The Bucks fans are too excited about that. There's too much glaze. Stop. Be quiet.
I don't know what it is. It's just like so many, I feel like people feel like because Miles Bridges is like a lightning rod for like there can only be one domestic abuser in the league or something. Like so many people just don't care about Kevin Porter Jr.
I think because Miles Bridges was a good player at one point, Kevin Porter Jr. has really not been. Like he had a lot of potential back in the day, but besides that was it. So and I guess he's in. Well, I guess Miles Bridges is in Charlotte, but I think most people are just straight up not aware of Kevin Porter Jr. And I think his story, like there weren't pictures, you know. There was a newspaper article.
There wasn't a recording of the kid.
Yeah.
Being like, holy shit, you're scaring me, Dad. So yeah, it's unfortunate because by all accounts, it was equally as tragic of an event. So, do you have any thoughts? And
even
on
if
the
he
Bucks?
didn't do that, he's NFT guy, Sukuta.
Oh, jeez. Bucks.
Jeez. Bucks.
Yeah, jeez. Guys, I have a pretty diversified crypto wallet, so let's not go there, okay? I've been taking I've been getting my Patreon money in Bitcoin.
Oh crap! Are you up or down?
I'm massively down.
Oh, okay.
I get it in Bitcoin and then I send you half, and so we're both down, really.
Oh. Okay,
Whoa,
so we're actually doing really
what
well then. But
this is what Alphonse Eric sounds like.
Nice. The Bucks have now won 8 of 9. Giannis is average. This tweet from Dan Devine, or maybe it was a skeet from Blue Sky. Giannis is averaging 31, 12, and 6 on 60% field goal percentage, which nobody else has ever done. Maybe, given what Jokic and SGA are doing, that's only enough to get you in the MVP conversation. But shouldn't that conversation be louder? People got to stop with this kind of stuff. I saw someone else say something about Tatum. Your guy can be really good, but he's just not doing what the top 2 are doing. So
yeah, I feel like the argument for Giannis is a lot more straightforward, just because Tatum. We have like these big, like the last 2/3 of the season. Jason Tatum's averages are not very good by like an All NBA first team standard. Whereas Giannis, every step of the way, like all of his numbers look exactly the same. It's just, yeah, in practice it is like a slightly less than season than, especially what Shea is having, but also probably to a certain extent Jokic. Although Jokic has been so bad defensively this year that I at least, I don't know, I get that angle more. We just got another alert about picture-in-picture mode being closed. Shut up, dude.
Oh, it lagged for a second, but I don't think we're bad. But yeah, I'll tell you what. The one thing Riverside is worse at, when I go to look at my notes in Microsoft Word, it like struggles a
You
little
gotta
bit.
get
It's
two
like,
laptops. That's the thing.
What are you doing, dude? But yeah, they're 8-2 in the last 10, and they're the 19th ranked offense in this span, but the 3rd ranked defense. I thought that was kind of funky. What are they on the year? Are they? I forgot to check that. Are they a better defense than offense on the year? I forget what their overall stuff is looking like.
Let me look.
Yeah,
I'm on Basketball Reference. They're the 9th ranked defense on the year on there now, and the 13th ranked offense. That's crazy for them to be a top 10 defense. Like, given where they came from, that's pretty surprising.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird for them to still be that bad offensively.
It's because Dame's cooked. It's because he washed.
You're such an idiot, dude. He's still good. He's still really good. Okay, I don't want to hear it anymore.
I believe it.
All I wrote down was too much KPJ Glaze, and they're still doing the Bobby Portis countdown. 8 games down, 17 to go. # free Bobby.
I never saw Don't Look Up, but I assume there was a bit in that movie about like a bunch of idiots celebrating the meteor, being like, "Yo, let's count down to when the meteor hits! Woohoo!" That's what
I think some people did start worshiping it. Yeah.
Stupid movie.
It was a fun movie.
That's stupid. Dumb. I won't hate too hard. I don't know.
Timothy Chalamet's in it.
Oh, best movie ever. Literally goated.
Yeah, and
see how easily the average consumer folds under pressure. People keep that in mind the next time. Next time your values are tested.
Whoa, that wasn't him, guys. That was a social experiment.
We have 3 lobbyist requests. Force 2 Float says, "Hey PB and J." That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
I don't like those though. I don't like those sandwiches. Though.
Shut up. First time, short time. If we settled on a name for our lobby, but I'm always open to being called the Cream City Creamers. We Creamers want to know if this 8-1 run is something to get legitimately excited about. After playing the Magic on Sunday, we're going on a gnarly run of 7 straight games against real playoff teams. How many of those games do we have to win to be considered a legit threat to the Cavs and the Celtics? You could go undefeated the rest of the season. I'm probably not gonna put that conversation in there. I'm sorry, man. I just don't believe. Like, I don't know. Like, we're looking at the Cavs and being like, oh man, Ty Jerome's, it's small. Is he really gonna be like playable out there? Like is the Cavs depth that good versus what the Celtics have coming off the bench? And then the Bucks are like Bobby Portis, Kevin Porter Jr. And I'm like, okay, I don't buy it. I just don't. No matter how. Well,
I guess if evil prevails and all these guys continue to play well,
if evil prevails, it would still be the Celtics. I feel like.
Well, they don't have evil guys.
Yeah, but like the whole thing, it's like rooted in evil, and so it's like I don't know.
But how so? Wait, let me pull up the Bucks full roster. How are we feeling about Bucks depth versus?
I got it right here. So we have Dame, Giannis, Kuzma, Brook Lopez, Taurean Prince. Excuse me. Then we have Bobby Portis, Gary Trent, AJ Green, Kevin Porter Jr. and Jericho Sims is kind of what it's looking like.
Yeah, so I think they're depth-wise they're not stacking up to Cleveland either, probably. I do feel like I could poo-poo the Bucks this whole way through, but then once I get into a playoff series, I'm like, oh yeah, Giannis is really good. Giannis and Dame are still really good, and if they are playing good team defense, then that's a dangerous team. They could beat like the Knicks, and I could see a world where like Giannis is just like turning Evan Mobley into dust.
Yeah.
But overall, it is hard for me to feel it at this stage.
Yeah, I just feel like in the Cavs matchup in my head, there's just so many. There's more. Like if nobody can guard Giannis on Cleveland, it's fine. Even though like maybe Evan Mobley being the help side guy would be really tough for him. I do feel like Mobley is one of the better equipped guys to like just throw at Giannis in a playoff series and be like, hey, we're gonna try. Whereas with Milwaukee, it's like, okay, if you get Dame on an island, you're very happy with that. If you could get Brook Lopez on an island against like a smaller guy, you're very happy with that. Like if you could get Garland against Brook Lopez or Donovan Mitchell against Brook Lopez, you're happy with it. Kuzma, he's been playing solid defense for them. I don't want to like shit all over his defense or anything.
I do, but I can't right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, let me holster it, but you know. If he was like a guy that you were super comfortable just having Donovan Mitchell out on an island with, that would surprise me. I'm
not comfortable with Kuzma on any island anywhere.
No,
not even Hawaii,
not even Oahu, not even Puerto Rico, not even Madagascar, dude.
Taiwan, forget about it.
Forget about it. Don't you mean... Actually, I don't know enough about... I was going to be like, don't you mean China? But I don't.
Nah.
I'm stupid. So, shout out to Taiwan's political sovereignty. Unless China becomes the global dominant superpower. I'm trying to play both sides here. I don't want to get in trouble by anybody. You know what, editor? Just cut this.
State of the CBA.
State of the CBA, baby.
Dude, did you see the Michael Beasley game? Dropped 70.
Holy crap. Fad Idris. So it says, parentheses, it's Fad, parentheses, L, by the way. So it's F-E-D, I think he's saying the L is silent here. Fad Idris, or Fad Idris. Hey Jablo. Bleacher. I like that less than PB&J. Bleacher Report sent me a notification saying that the, quote, Bucks Big Three was playing against the Mavs. The Big Three was Giannis, Dame, and basketball terrorist Kuzma. Is there a worse player fit to play with our stars? Also, y'all didn't say I love you back on my last request, so I can try again. I love you, Jack and Pablo. Dash, your only Libyan lobbyist. Fad.
Oh!
How's that make you feel?
It reminds me of this great TikTok I saw where this guy's driving in some country and there's a car just directly in front of him trying to go forward into him. He's like, this doesn't happen in America or Libya. And they were in Africa somewhere, so it was so funny to me. What's it called? Yeah, shout out to Libya. Shout out to Kuzma. I don't even think. Yeah, I'm not even gonna humor the notion of the big three because Brooke is the third.
More like the turd.
Shut up. Yeah, I bet there's someone worse, like Josh Giddey, or who's really bad, Paul George.
I mean, I guess, yeah. Kuzma versus Paul George at this stage is a
Terry
discussion.
Rozier.
Oh my God, we'll get to him. A lot of obvious requests about that guy this week. Okay, let me times. Oh wait, Jim with a G, so maybe Gim says Bucks dog. I know they've been doing well since the trade deadline, but March is going to be killer. Lakers twice, Cavs and OKC, plus the Warriors, including Jimmy Buckbreaker Butler. We'll see if they're a real basketball team. I don't think you're supposed to say that. I always hear smart leftist people being like, buck breaking was bad. It was like a slavery thing.
I've never heard that term.
Let me
But
Google it.
What happens what if the Bucks do? What if they?
Also, if this guy's a black guy, I guess I'm not supposed to tell him what he can say or what he can't say. So
So if they beat the Lakers twice, they beat the Cavs. Who else?
Let me see. Lakers twice, Cavs, Thunder, and then the Warriors.
If they beat all those guys, I might feel a little saucy.
We're back. We're fucking back.
We'd be back. We'd be back.
Oh, what? Hey. The promise of the future distilled into a couple of sentences right there. Hey, if they just don't lose for the next couple of weeks, despite playing all of the best teams in the league, we might be cooking with something.
If we see this defense carry on throughout those games, and then Giannis just is Giannising them, that I'd be, hey, I could be. Listen, I love David Giannis. Wait, no, but I hate the rest of the Bucks. So
yeah, I don't really care about them. Vaguely negative feelings about Kuzma, fully negative feelings about KPJ, and then
and you're fully negative about Bobby.
Yes, but not in the same way as Kevin Porter Jr. I'm sure Bobby Portis is a fine guy.
You want Kevin Porter Jr. in hell? You want Bobby Portis in Pismo Beach? Where's
I want him
Pismo
in the Big
Beach?
Three. I think he's perfectly
Pismo.
suited for something like that.
Bobby?
Yeah. Bobby Portis in the Big Three. He doesn't have to play
Free
transition
BP.
defense anymore. Sick. It's perfect. Okay, let's get to the Pacers. Let me go. Timestamp. Timestamp.
Okay, Daft Punk over here.
Who's that?
There's some music artists, and so they wear masks, and people think they wear the masks so they don't have to be there when they perform live. They're actually DJs.
That sounds scary. Guy wearing a mask?
Yeah, well, it's not scary, man. Well, it's like Future Mask.
Oh.
And they kind of ripped off One Piece with it.
Oh, shit. Who in One Piece?
You'll meet him later.
Oh, okay. Hey, whatever. Pacers 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the Rockets, the Bulls. They lost to the Hawks and the Heat. No Halliburton versus the Hawks. It's not canon. And then
Hip
Halliburton.
injury. Ah!
Guys, it'll be fine. Pablo's seriously overreacting. Halliburton's the most durable star in the league. Dickhead. 28 points, 15 assists, 77% true shooting in the win over the Rockets. That was Halliburton. This guy's fucking crazy. Oh my god, the Pacers are 27-15 on the season when he attempts at least 7 threes. When he takes 6 or fewer threes, they're just 6-9.
He's been going nuts. So I saw an article where he talked about like he trains with Drew Hanlon. By the way, Drew Hanlon trained Embiid also. Who else does Drew Hanlon? Oh, Tatum. So I guess Tatum is healthy. But new take, Drew Hanlon's dribble moves create injuries. They break down everyone's bodies.
Today we're doing the step on nails drill.
Today, you want your knee moving isolated from the rest of your muscle. You want just your knee to
Today we're doing knee
carrying...
mobility. It's going the wrong direction.
Today we're lifting with our backs. That's what we're up to. Halliburton is, he's out with a hip injury, but he's been cooking since 2025 started. He's shooting 46% from 3 on 7 attempts per game. That's big-time stuff. And according to the Elias Sports Bureau, and I stole this from the Indy Star, screw the Indy Star and screw Indianapolis. Go check them out if you want this stat.
If you want to support the decrepit state of Indianapolis, then go check them out.
Go throw them a penny. That'll sustain them over there for years. Those idiots. Tyrese Halliburton is the first person to achieve 500 assists in a single season before 100 turnovers.
Holy crap.
Since 07-08, when Raptors point guard... You know who this is?
Who was the Raptors point guard in 2008?
07-08. Who is their recession PG?
Is this Jose Calderon?
This is Jose Calderon. They're the only ones to do it. They're the only 2 players who have done it since the play-by-play era of stat collection began in 1997-98. But former Hornets point guard, achieved it 4 times prior to that. You know which one?
Before 2007, 2008?
Before 97, 98.
Oh, shit, Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised you had that kind of pull quickly. Well, I guess he's the only one,
Muggsy
right?
Bogues is the only point guard besides LaMelo Ball for the Hornets.
Yeah. So yeah, they're kind of cooking lately, but let's hope this hip injury isn't more serious.
I love Muggsy Bogues. Just such an 80s concept as like God, he's so small and we can't stop him from passing. And it's like, I don't know, if he played now, I just feel like teams would be like, try to score. It's fine. We'll just completely sell out on the pass. You're literally 4 feet tall. But at the same time, I do like... I feel like it's good for the league when a gimmick guy can kind of carve out 10 years, you know?
Do you think we are done with 5-footers? Was Isaiah Thomas the last guy to have like an all-NBA season as a 5-footer? I feel like he might be.
Oh, man. I'll never say never. It will just become incredibly rare. Where it's like... I don't know. It just doesn't feel like there's even room for guys like that to get chances anymore, really.
Yeah. The new 5'8" is 6'1", 6'2". Like Brunson is like the equivalent of a 5'8" guy.
Yeah, Brunson, it's like, how is he doing this? Oh my God. And then you go back watch prime Isaiah Thomas. It was like, what the fuck? Like this guy. Oh man. What are we done? We're done with the Pacers?
Do we have any requests?
Yes. We have Rui Hachimura Burner says, new patron
Whoa!
Here. As you can tell, I'm primarily a Lakers fan. But there are enough new Lakers lobbyists. When is it time to finally start considering the Pacers a better team than the Knicks? I've been saying this for weeks. The Pacers have had a much better record against teams over 500, much better record against the Big Three, and a much better record since the new year, once everybody got healthy. The depth is much better. I trust them to stay healthy more. Edit, after the Lakers game, the Knicks are now 0-9 versus top 2 seeds. This is a pattern. I really don't have that much beef with this take.
You might be cooking.
Yeah, like if somebody wanted it, even pre-Brunson injury, I was kind of like, it's like, it's one thing to be like the Grizzlies and be like, we go 12 players deep, and we might have to trim some of those minutes into the playoffs or whatever. The Pacers just have a really good playoff rotation, and if Halliburton is just shooting this well, like if he's this aggressive of a scorer, I mean, I think Brunson is still the better player handily, but like if you have the top end talent to kind of counteract a player like Brunson and better depths, anything's possible. So yeah, I really, and they're a better defense too. Like that's what you really like, is the fact that you've gotten such an extended run out of Indiana as like a legitimate high level defense with Halliburton playing, which, not that the Knicks can't do that, because I know we've seen similar, like, smaller stretches from them. I know when Achua came back, they had a nice little run of good defense. But overall, I just don't feel as good about, like, the Brunson-Cat pairing.
That's interesting, because I do think Halliburton is better than Brunson. But they're very hard to compare, because it's like max level involvement guy, load carrying guy, versus off ball guy. So that is interesting.
I do have faith in Brunson. Like I feel like that's why the narratives around Brunson were so bizarre when the season started. It was just like he's like taking a step back and letting everybody else try to get acclimated, and it doesn't go super well right away. And Cat's getting a lot of the love because his numbers are insane, but I feel like Brunson is pretty scalable while also being just such a more like I don't know, the Brunson clutch stuff moves me immensely. Like if you're in a close game, you just feel so comfortable with him on the floor. Even though the Pacers as a unit, it's a lot different than like the Knicks without Brunson, where we were talking about that's just hopeless. The second he was gone, you did not feel good. The Pacers as a unit, everyone who touches the ball, you're pretty comfortable with.
Yeah, and to be fair, like if you swap the teams of them, I think the Knicks are definitely worse.
That's true.
How are the Pacers?
Well, the Knicks are like, I don't know. The Knicks are probably just like a similar level team. I think like the offense maintains, but defensively you probably get even worse. With the Pacers, I don't know. That's tough. It's just like such a style of play that Brunson's never been asked to do. I do feel like he could play a version of it well. I just think it would like pivot to the lead guard scoring more than Halliburton does.
I think he could do it because he could play faster because at Villanova they were big 0.5 second basketball guys. I think it was like as soon as you catch the ball, you are either shooting, driving or passing like within 0.5 seconds. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about those two guys specifically more. I would imagine Brunson has a better playoff resume, right? Because Halliburton was Halliburton stinky the whole run, or he was?
I don't think so. No.
He was like kind of oscillating between games every series, right? Like he would stop taking shots, and then he would take shots, and it would go well, and then he would just stop taking shots.
That's what we walked away from it feeling like. So he has one playoff run of 19 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists on 38% from 3, 9 attempts a game. 15-game playoff run. I definitely don't feel bad about him as a postseason player. I just feel like the Brunson run was legendary, baby.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as the Pacers as the best non Celtics Cavs team, I think that's fair take for sure.
All right, let's go to who's after the Pacers. Oh, the Pistons. All right, the Pistons are 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the Jazz and the Nets. Then they lost to the Clippers and the Nuggets. Cade against the Clippers, 37 points, 10 assists, 67% true shooting, but on the wrong end of a James Harden 50-point performance. So they end up losing that game. I have not been locked into the Duren defense, and he did give up a pretty monster double to Zubats in that matchup, but streets are saying he's getting better at defense, so yeah.
Streets are saying. Isaiah Stewart's already good. You know what I found out? He wears barefoot basketball shoes.
Oh, so it makes you feel like you're playing barefoot?
Yeah, like I guess there's like minimal cushioning between him and the ground, so he could like feel the ground on the bottom of his feet. The brand is Xero, Xero. So I'm interested to see how that goes. That's funky. But yeah, so remember Malik Beasley was on Neon's stream? I saw a clip. I didn't see this the first time around, but he said James Harden was easy to guard, or he asked Neon like who his favorite. Or Neon was like, my favorite player ever is James Harden, which is so funny for like.
That's such a Neon answer.
Yeah, that's like the greatest. That's like the most apt answer he could possibly give.
My favorite player is James Harden, specifically when he was antagonizing everybody that ever encountered him. When his entire existence was just frustrating the people who were forced to be around him. That's my favorite player ever.
He was dominated. It's not against the rules.
That's such a that guy answer.
Malik Beasley said, so Neon said that Malik Beasley was like, Harden? He's easy to guard. And I was like, hold on, Malik Beasley, you're one of the worst defenders in the league. And then he's like, stick a SAR on him. It won't do anything. Oh, easy for good defenders to guard.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, we'll just stick a SAR on him. And it didn't work in the Pistons game.
Hey, that's kind of like you and me. It's like us talking about, I don't know, Cam Thomas or something, being like, just make him make a tough read or something. It's fine. I can't do it, but You get a Sar Thompson to do it. Yeah, it'll be crazy.
The whole season long, I'm like, Garland's gonna be turned to dust. He's gonna be mincemeat.
Garland's
once he gets there.
3 inches and 40 pounds heavier than you are.
Garland could kill me with his bare hands. I could have a million attempts to score on Darius Garland, and I would not do it. But what's it called? Yeah, so James Harden obliterated them. Asar didn't guard him that much. As for the primary, so here's the breakdown for the primary defenders on Harden. He went 2 for 3 against Asar. He went 3 for 6 against Cade. He went 3 for 5 against Tim Hardaway Jr. He went 1 for 2 against Malik Beasley. He went 2 for 2 against Fontecchio. He went 1 for 3 against Schroeder. 1 for 2 against Duran. 1 for 1 on Holland. So he truly spread the wealth. He truly gave buckets to everybody. It was universal bucket care. He gave everyone buckets. So yeah, I think Malik Beasley maybe should not have said that. I don't know if Harden heard it or not, but it's a bad thing.
We have 3 requests. Sorry, we have half an hour left, so I gotta keep it pushing.
Oh, well, all right. Let me roll through. I had 2 more bullet points.
All right.
9-3 in February. JB Bickerstaff won Ecom East Coach of the Month. And Cade was nominated for EPOM, but he didn't win. And then both Isaiah Stewart and Asar Thompson were nominated for
EDDOM.
For EDPM Easter EdPM. And then Nick Wright said Cade is a top 10 player in the NBA. Is that true?
Maybe. I don't know.
Probably not. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, probably, maybe he's 10. I don't know. Steph looks pretty good right now. Like, it's not better
than Steph. Come on. He's not better than Steph. Come on. He's not better than LeBron.
He's not fucking. Come on. Better than Kevin Durant? Maybe. I don't know.
Is he better than Donovan? I'm not putting Donovan Mitchell.
Shout out to Cade, man. So Orvin says the Pistons' Isaiah Stewart becomes the second basketball ambassador for the Zero brand of barefoot shoes after Justin Holiday. Hey, okay.
Wait, who's the other one? Justin Holiday?
Yeah.
I like Justin Holiday. I think
he was good for the Nuggets. I wish they still had him. Good thing we had to pick up.
Is he nowhere? He's nowhere, right?
Yeah, he's not in the league. Yep. Cool. We have too many wings on the Nuggets. Famously, the Denver Nuggets problem. Too many wings. So after Justin Holiday, all but guaranteeing a leap in his dog levels on the court, all defense not incoming? No, probably not. But it's cool that he wears them. I like it.
They won't give him all defense because everyone's scared of him. Yeah. They're like, oh, he almost killed LeBron.
You're encouraging people to be scary towards the voters. Then you're it's like negotiating with terrorists, kind of.
I think if Isaiah Stewart kills one person over the course of the season, I'm giving him a vote for Depoy.
Blomp says, Pistons, I apologize for being strange and off-putting. What was that all about? Were we mean to this guy last time?
He had a crazy lobbyist question. I forget what it was.
Was it the one that was like delirious towards the end of it?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe don't type fucking 10 sentences and then ask the guy who can barely fucking read to read your whole paragraph. I apologize for being strange and off-putting. No problem. This is a beautiful lobbyist request. Thank you, Blomp. Not Zion says, who has the best culture in the league right now, and why is it the Pistons?
Oh, they do all love each other. They hang out a lot. The best culture,
the Thunder. I don't know.
Yeah, the Thunder. The interviews are still
we get really good players, and we bark, and our GM just scams people all the time, and so yeah.
Like if Sung Jin Woo was on a team, he'd be on the Thunder. Yeah. You'd be there. Oh, dude, picture it.
Calm down. Dude, oh my God, Sung Jin Woo's on the Thunder? Oh, shit.
Dude, Sung Jin Woo and Shea are off in the locker room? No, dude.
Okay, The Heat. Fuck. I gotta timestamp all this shit. I'm fucking God. All my shit's falling off my fucking lap. 44. Okay.
The Miami Heats.
Plus. All right. Shut up. Everybody shut up. Stop talking. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
2-2 in their last four. The
Pipe
Heat are.
down.
They beat the Pacers. They beat the Wizards. They lost to the Knicks. They lost to the Cavs. All I wrote down was that this is a team that's like being competitive enough to like trick a front office that like wants. They just want to be like kind of good, you know?
Well, no, it's an audition for Kevin Durant. They're like, imagine if you were here.
Okay. Bam Adebayo versus the Knicks. 30 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 77% true shooting. He had 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting in the fourth quarter and overtime. And then against the Cavs, 34 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 77% true shooting.
Wow. Oh.
The jumper's back, baby. He took 18 shots in this game. He took 18 shots in this game. How many were in the restricted area, do you think?
4? 4, maybe? It's 4 a good guess?
Come on. Have some faith in our guy. It was 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
How often does he get there?
Not that often. It was just like, I don't know. This is very much just like he opened the season being a terrible jump shooter, and now he can hit the middies again, kind of. He's pretty good at them.
Thank God for Khalil Ware. Bam said about playing with Khalil Ware, it gave me more energy to play offense. I'm not in every pick and roll. Obviously, he's guarding the 5. For me, it definitely let a load off me where I could focus more on scoring.
Holy shit.
So,
Pause.
Thank you for Ware. No, not semen load. Not
thank
dude.
Thank you, Khalil Ware, for
no.
unloading balls and nuts also.
Come on, dude.
Come on, dudes. What are you, Khalil
no,
Ware?
No, dude. No.
Nah, just kidding, Khalil Ware. You're cool, dude. We have 3 lobbyist requests here. Do you have any other thoughts before I get to them?
Well, I think they're related. They're all just Terry related.
Yes, they're terrorist related. Frederick Borner says, "Be greeted, essential pandemic worker heroes. In Heat circles,
thank you.
Thank you. In Heat circles, there's a little bit of buzz about a KD trade this summer. Could this be a situation like the 05 team where you can squeeze 2 good years and a championship out of an aging superstar? Also, somebody needs to sneak up to Rozier on the bench and super glue his shoes to the floor so he can't sub in." Yeah, Rozier sucks. Fuck.
What were you saying?
I don't know. You laughed too hard. It completely dislodged my train of thought. Rozier sucks, and Kevin Durant. I don't know. It'd be fine if he went there. I just don't really. It doesn't feel like a team that's like a Kevin Durant away to me. Maybe they got so close with Jimmy Butler. Maybe they are. I guess, but like.
In a normal NBA again, that's a contender, but I wouldn't put them above the Celtics or the Thunder. But in a normal,
they could be a Cavs level team, maybe.
They could go against like they could beat that Heat team that made the finals. They could beat the Bucks, maybe, that were in the finals. They could compete with them.
Dylan Dawson says, "Hey, guys, wondering why you choose racism every single week and have never brought up the best role player in the league, Duncan Robinson."
Whoa.
How does that make you feel, white boy? Oh, okay. Hello?
I'm not frozen. I'm just...
I know. You're trying to fucking come up with something funny to say. That's, How does that make you feel, white boy?
We don't talk that much about Duncan Robinson. He's right. We have to take accountability.
Fine. This is the first racist NBA podcast. I thought we agreed on that.
We are anti-white, and we're gonna, guys. Please send us some books to unlearn our anti-whiteness.
Okay. White Angela Davis wrote the white version of all of her books.
Is there Karen Davis or something? Karen. What's the whitest
D'Angela
last name?
Avis. Bames Jaldwin. If Beale Street could whisper.
Joel.
And it's like, yeah, it's all about white people. It's all about white love, you know. It just hasn't been covered enough.
What's the whitest last name? What's the last name someone has and you're like, that guy's white for sure?
Oh, I don't know. My brain just goes Goldstein, but like, no. There's definitely black guys with the name Goldstein.
That's Jewish. Well, Jews are white. But what's just like typical American? Yeah, my.
Well, like I think
Irish,
about like Smith
Scottish,
or
British,
Johnson or
German.
Something.
Yeah, but those could both be them
Jorgensen. Jorgensen. I feel like there's a lot of athletes named Jorgensen. It's just like, yeah, all right, Whitey, pack it up.
Yeah, guys, comment down below the whitest last name you could have.
The
whitest American white last name.
Yes, we don't want none of that Euro trash stuff. The Heat, so Davion Mitchell, my fault, Enjoyer, says, don't think it's talked about enough how Terry Rozier has legitimately been one of the worst active players in the league this season. I can genuinely see this being his last NBA contract. Also, don't think it's talked about enough how the Heat trading a first-round pick for him is one of the worst trades ever. He hasn't even been a legit rotation player this year. With that being said, how can the Heat fix this mess? I would love for us to tear it down and restart. But you know, #culture. They're not fixing shit, man. If Kevin Durant doesn't come, they're winning 42 games for the rest of the time.
Pat Riley's 80. He's not going to tear it down. But yeah, Terry Rozier, I don't think it's one of the worst trades ever because he was a good player when you traded for him.
Yeah,
and it was a trade market where a first rounder wasn't that crazy. Like it wasn't getting De'Aaron Fox for nothing or whatever people have gotten. Like Zach LaVine, one of the best scorers in the NBA. Ugh.
Alex Caruso, maybe.
Oh, God. Yeah, what if we trade a guy at peak value for a guy at
Alex Caruso
value?
can't even play offense. So it's like if that guy doesn't even get you a first rounder, obviously Rozier is going to be like a first round caliber guy.
Oh, brother. But yeah, so it is disappointing how bad he's played. He deactivated his Insta. I think it has gone kind of under the radar, like nationally for the whole season because they've had the Jimmy controversy and everything else. But
yeah,
now people are realizing. And who was it that he was really bad against? Was it the Bucks?
I think it was the Cavs. He was terrible against the Cavs. That's what everybody's been complaining about. They're saying he single-handedly lost him the game.
I forget who I was seeing clips of him like throwing the craziest turnovers against.
Yeah, where it was like literally him throwing the ball to the other team in a fast break scenario. Yeah, it was Donovan Mitchell. I know the player you're talking about.
It's like he's got the yips straight up. So he deactivated his Instagram because he's getting so much hate. There's a change.org petition to get him off the team.
Okay.
You gotta imagine this is. Does this make him more or less guilty of gambling? Because if he was gambling, he could not afford to be this openly bad. Like this is what gets you in prison.
Yeah.
But also, what if he was guilty and he's nervous about being guilty and he like knows he's gonna end up in jail? So that's why he's playing so bad. Or maybe he was gambling and he got so used to playing bad he forgot how to play good.
Any of those are equally possible. It's me.
33.333.
It's me, Mr. Schrodinger. It's me.
Oh,
and so,
okay.
And anything's possible if you put it in a box.
Oh, what do you have any pets?
Yeah. I always forget the full experiment there. It was like I put my cat in a box with uranium, and so we don't know if it's dead or not yet.
Oh, was there uranium in there? I thought he just put the cat in the box, and he's like, "We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know what's going on with that cat."
No, he's like, "I put the cat in a box with dynamite," and so we just don't know yet. The box has been disintegrated by an explosion.
If he put the cat in the box with Sung Jin Woo, dude,
imagine, dude, imagine.
Dude,
oh my God,
being in the box with Sung Jin Woo, dude. Holy crap, dude.
Guys, I don't know what you want to comment. Magic 0-4 in their last 4. They lost the Bulls, Raptors, and the Warriors. They lost the Raptors twice. They've lost 5 straight games. They've lost 6 of their last 7 games in a series of incredibly painful ways. They blew a 17-point halftime lead to the Warriors. They got that Steph hammer dropped on them. They dropped the first game to Toronto. They were tied at 68, and then early in the fourth quarter, they gave up a 24-6 run where they were down as many as 19 points. In the second game against the Raptors, Jacoby Walter hit a game-winning three-pointer against them. Pablo becomes the first player with 48-8 with 4 steals in a loss since Russell Westbrook. And then in the Bulls game, they got that Kobe White hammer as well. The defense looks cooked. Looks like the season, it's coming to an end. I don't know if it's over, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. I saw at the very end of that game against the Redacteds, and Kobe White was going pretty nasty.
Kobe White versus Sung Jin Woon.
Dude, don't even play like that, dude. Come on. But yeah,
Put the cat in a box with Sung Jin Woo, dude. That'd be so cool.
But yeah, they're kind of stinking it up. I have basically nothing written about the last team. We could if we could.
We got 20 minutes
left. I fell
left.
asleep last night.
We got 20 minutes left. We're flying through the rest of these teams. So we have 3 lobbyist requests here. Goose293, not a goose doing magic, says, there's been rumors of the Magic going in for a lead guard this offseason. So far, it looks like it could be between LaMelo, Harden, Simons, and a few others. How do you feel about those names, and what are some good potential fits around Paolo and Franz and Suggs, assuming he isn't in a trade package? I guess Simons would be fine. LaMelo would be interesting. And I think it would work. It would just be like, I don't know. I feel like it'd be high risk, high reward, where if it doesn't work, it's a disaster. Like, there's no, like, in between.
Well, what is Harden's status? Why would Harden be leaving? Or would they trade picks for him?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's the idea. Or if you could get, like, Suggs or, like, a nice young player, I guess it'd be fine. But to be honest, I'm not in the Harden business. If I'm the Magic, that's not where I would be looking.
Out of those guys, I'd clearly go LaMelo. I think I think we've seen him be a really good, impactful player. Well, maybe that's a stretch. I don't know. I think we've seen glimpses of how
good.
He can be.
I mean, if we want to do semantics, but like,
yeah,
he's been good.
Because I guess people be like, well, they never won. But I think he can exist on a good, and I think he's just tiers above Anthony Simons probably, or at least one tier above. So I would, if you could get LaMelo, I think that would be pretty sick out of those guys.
Nifty Noodle says, currently watching the Magic get annihilated by Kobe White. Assuming our caveman has a brain this offseason, what is the ideal player for this mid-roster? Also, thank you, Pablo, for the Pluto mention, good taste, with the kissy emoji.
Wait, is this what's this person's name?
Nifty Noodle. So if the noodle is a penis, you're gay.
Don't comment anymore. Come on. Noodle,
Whoa,
don't do that anymore.
Nifty Noodle, you can do whatever you want. What the hell? No.
Dude.
And also,
could you at least get like a Sydney Sweeney avatar or something. Come on.
That'd be cool. Okay, so yeah, I want you to take a picture of Sydney Sweeney, a PNG with transparent background, put it in front of a flag that says, Saturdays are for the boys. Make your Avi, and then you can comment kissy emojis at Pablo.
Yeah, Pluto's great. Fantastic score. The compositions were incredible.
Mm-hmm.
What's the
best robot?
The best robot out of all of them?
Out of all 7.
Epsilon.
Epsilon versus Sung Jin Woo.
He's like Gojo with long hair. Oh, all right. So Sung Jin Woo's definitely way cooler. Epsilon's nicer. Epsilon is he's like the nicest guy you could possibly imagine. I don't think he would beat Sung Jin Woo in a fight, but if I had to choose someone to raise 20 orphans, I would choose Epsilon. But if I had to choose someone cool, you're gonna see
pretty cool.
This guy's Gojo with long hair.
Well, what's his powers?
He does a similar. He absorbs sunlight and then he could basically like explode. He shoots like sunbeams. So he's like could do like gigantic explosions, but he can also create force fields. So it's a little bit like Infinity.
Okay. Orlando, Charles St. Hilaire. Honestly, seeing Paolo have a 41-point game on efficient shooting and still losing, a little disappointing and concerning. Not like we're expecting to go far this year, but the one thing we ask of Paolo is to be efficient, and he was, and we still lost. That's not good.
And going back to the last guy's question, so the ideal player for this team?
Oh, okay.
Dynamic scoring guard. You really need it. And someone who can do it from beyond the 3-point line, ideally.
And in the mid-range.
Well, we have mid-range shot attempts covered. We have a lot of them being taken.
No, I think he was asking about Orlando. I think he was saying...
Wait, what?
So the last question... Do you think the Orlando has mid-range attempts covered? I guess they have it with Paolo.
Yeah, they have mid-range attempts covered. They got there's their guy taking them.
Okay, my fault. Yeah, you're right. Fuck. We got 14 minutes, baby. The Hawks. Trae Young, 16 assists with 1 turnover.
What a guy.
There was a Pacers fan on my timeline who was also a Trump supporter crashing out. Because he had been like beefing with this Hawks guy, and he's like, Halliburton's better, and Biden lost, and my guys are both winners. And then Trae Young comes in and 16 assists with 1 turnover. So like the fakest Trae Young game of all time. Like he's not a 1 turnover kind of guy. But like we've said, turnovers don't matter, and so. He was just like, yeah, you just got lucky this time. You still like losers, dude.
This is the problem, dude. People are spending their time idolizing guys like Trump and Halliburton and Trae Young. You can't put your emotional investment into these guys. You need to put it in cool guys like Sungjin freaking Woo, dude. Oh, my God. He'd kill all of them.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think... So the Elric brothers are pretty cool, but they show way too many emotions to be that definitively cool.
Sung Jin Woo was normal, like nice guy before he got strong. Then he got strong, and he naturally became nonchalant.
Oh, so like everyone else in the verse, I've only met a few people. That guy who fucked up his daughter, that was crazy. And then. Roy Mustang, which is
pretty cool.
Sick ass name. Like to be named Roy Mustang and to not have some aura, that would be a complete. Is that his thing? He snaps at you.
Yeah, he snaps flames.
Oh, that's all right. That's a pretty cool pack. He couldn't do it in the rain.
No, once you see it,
it was just raining
in action.
It was just raining, so he couldn't do it. And so fucking the Elric brothers almost got killed.
It's actually maybe the coolest mechanic for fire powers out of any show. It's so cool.
We gotta keep it pushing. Chris says, it is time you right your wrongs and acknowledge the Great Barrier Thief's offensive leap. In a Patreon episode a few months back, you discredited his potential offensively. But now look at us. Last 10 games, 14 points per game with 5 assists on 60% true shooting. 50% from 3 is definitely within the mean. Also, mentioned the Baguette's recent performance, and then
he's definitely a 50%.
Hey, baby, that's what a leap is. It's getting better at something. And then
Wait,
Brevity
who's the Baguette.
Well, I'm gonna say that Brevity Pivotal on right says Kaka Rizashake, rookie of the month, fit 43% from 3 since Christmas Day. Le Grand Baguette is shutting up those vile bullies and haters. Thoughts? Imagine if you went to play basketball in France and your nickname was the Hamburger.
It's a hamburger.
Oh, it's a hamburger.
Well, the French would give it to you. That's a sloppy Joe.
That's sick.
The Rizzler's playing well. I did have some stuff for the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, do you want to get through every team, or do you want to say your stuff for the Hawks?
All right.
Or you could I could hang up and you
could
finish this call by yourself. You could finish.
Wait, I have some interesting stuff I'll speed run besides the Rizzler playing well.
Okay.
Dyson Daniels is now second in Defensive Player of the Year odds. Still a distant second to Mobley, but he's getting closer. Evan Mobley has played 55 games. If anything happens to take him out of there, the franchise is ruined. The Hawks franchise is ruined. And then the last thing, Sports Radar has a stat called stops, drives stopped. And so they did all the players who have defended at least 500 shots, and they did the stops numbers. And a stop is defined as the ball handler, the person who's guarding, turns the ball over, misses a shot, or passes without creating a shot. And so Dyson Daniels has the highest volume of drives stopped. He's stopped 342 of his 703 drives faced. So 51% of these bad boys he's shutting down. But it's not the highest percent. It's just the highest volume. Amen Thompson is at 57%. Derek White is at 51%. Derek Jones Jr. is at 56%. Sneaky Derek Jones Jr. Tumani Kamara, 53%. Fred VanVleet 54%. Shocking. Dylan Brooks, 52%. Cool stat. I couldn't find the list myself, though. Okay, horrific.
That was cool because we got a second of lag there. And then so I was just waiting for you to hit it. You just were like, that's cool. Okay. Who's after the Hawks? The Bulls, 2-2 in their last 4.
Skip
they beat
them.
Huh?
Skip them.
We have 3 lobbyist requests.
We don't have time. Oh shit.
If Sungjin Woo was real, he would be a Bulls fan.
No, he wouldn't.
Because it would make him the strongest. It would.
Because he only does cool things, dude. It's not cool to be a Bulls fan. He would. No, I can't say that. You guys know what he would do.
Kobe
you know
White.
what he does in the show? He kills monsters.
Career high 44 points on 72% true shooting, just to make it painful for Pablo.
God, what a guy. What a guy. 26. We're going to waste him away, but what a guy. 26. It's just the most desolate 5-year future in the franchise is Kobe White. What has happened in the last 5 years? Nothing. I went on the Bulls subreddit the other day. I got mad. They said
They're happy.
They said Josh Giddey is the perfect point guard for this team because he's pass first.
Audio only people, that was him dropping the microphone in frustration.
I cannot tell you since like 2015 how many times I've commented and posted in there explaining to people what a point guard is and that pass first is not a thing. You can't just be a guy who's pass first. They will never learn. They're the dumbest collection of people humanly possible. They're the complete opposite of Sung Jin Woo. And I wish Sung Jin Woo
we just got a
would turn them
crazy
into
comment.
his shadow.
I don't give a fuck about fake Sung Jin Woo right now because Dominic just commented, I met another lobbyist IRL. He lives in the frat house across the street, and we chopped it up about ball for a while until you guys came up in conversation. I feel like I might be the first person to randomly meet a lobbyist. Shout out to Elliot if you're listening.
As far as we know, yeah, that's crazy.
I've never heard that.
This is huge. We have a frat presence.
Hey, well, that's what I'm saying. The Sydney Sweeney thing, The profile pictures.
Nice.
Nobody knows. That's why we release our pod when we do, because nobody knows better than us that Saturdays are for the boys.
Saturdays are for dude. I'm pretty sure new solo leveling episodes come out on Saturdays, dude.
Oh, this is peak.
Dude, Saturdays are for Sung Jin Woo.
I haven't been timestamping this whole time. All right,
dude, write down now. Sung Jin Woo's timestamp. Timestamp.
The funny thing is, I've been timestamping the Sung Jin Woo bits to do a clip about him, but not the other stuff. Okay. The Nets. Yeah, I don't know what they wrote down. Cam Thomas had a quote where he was like, I pass the ball all the time. Guys just start making them. That's why I'm getting more assists now.
That's cool. That's good. That's like a Sung Jin Woo type thing to say.
Okay. They blew a 20-point first quarter lead to the Warriors.
Oh, the Warriors are so good, man. Come on.
Yep, that's good. They should be losing games. The 76ers
Oh wait, do we have Bulls or did we go over Bulls ones or no?
Lobby requests?
Yeah.
Okay. Phoebe says, in the slightly biased episode, you all mentioned Bulls becoming the new white guy team. Compared to the rest of the league, how good is their white guy starting five? Of Giddey, Herter, Buzelis, Collins, and Vucevic.
Horrible.
Terrible.
Horrible.
Terrible.
There couldn't be a worse collection of white guys outside the
street.
Congress.
3 white guys off the street, plus Jokic and Christian Brown. Nukes that team.
Yeah, and oh god, yeah, the Duke team, the Cooper Flag and Con Knipple, they're better. Yeah, there's a guy coming named Knipple.
That's pretty good. I like that. Better name than Sungjin Woo.
No, dude, don't even get me started, bro. Come on.
Tyler Merrick, redacted team from Illinois question. We don't know Pablo's real name, parentheses, suspicious. His overwhelming hatred for the Bulls front office could almost be seen as compensation. Is Pablo secretly a Karnisovas? Is he Lithuanian secret intelligence sent to do recon on the Bulls' reputation? Curious, I suppose. Please respond to these allegations.
What is this? Wait, how? How does that make sense at all?
Well, it's like you're overcompensating. You're like, I don't want people to think I'm in bed with these guys. I hate Arturas Karnisovas.
You know what? He literally that this is a possibility. Like the caveman is so demented that I could be the caveman. Like how the Joker sometimes doesn't know he's the Joker. Like I have that kind of mental fog going on. Like theoretically, as soon as this podcast ends, I could close the laptop and go, and then I'm in caveman mode, and I just go to the office and I don't do I don't do any trades.
76ers. Paul George says, Sixers. Hey, Jack and Pablo. Paul George here. Parentheses.
What?
Parentheses. Ball game. Knowingly a 750
That's him. That's
sub,
what he says.
but too
dude.
lazy to do anything about it. I'm a diehard Eagles fan, so a few years back I decided to become a Sixers fan as well. Horrible idea. Looking to move fan bases and want your opinions on where to take my talents. Also, I met Carmelo Anthony at my job. So yeah. Well, if you become a Knicks fan, then every time that the Knicks come to town, you can go to a Knicks home game. It's just like all the Knicks fans are like, "Hey, Brunson's MVP!" Oh, it's what the whole arena sounds like. So yeah, do that.
Just become a Brooklyn Nets fan. They're on the up.
They're on the up. The Raptors 2-2 in their last 4, beat the Magic twice, lost to the Pacers and the Bulls. Jacoby pulled all their starters. They tried to tank. Jacoby still won them the game. So that was pretty funny. Jacoby.
Teams tank. Players don't tank. And did you say, what was it, the Bulls were 2-9 and we went up in the standings or something?
I think. I don't know. They're 2-2 in their last 4. That's all I got.
What a disaster.
Riley says, Raptors, Jacoby Walter is an aura farmer. Do you know any others?
Dude, he's not even close. Don't even bring up the other name. Like that's like saying, "Oh, I know this high school basketball player," and then me going, "Oh, LeBron, come on," or
okay.
"Oh, Jordan." Dude, imagine someone with more aura than Jordan and LeBron combined, dude.
That's hard to imagine. So she says, Riley. So Riley says, Jacoby Walter is an aura farmer. I don't like him. I can't tell you why exactly, but it's the same thing as Jason Tatum, man. Like, stop trying so hard. Game winner in a game we are trying to lose. Okay, it was a little epic, but he's still cringe. Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Reed W says, howdy boys. Who's the odd man out when the Raptors draft a starting caliber player in this year's draft? And if we should trade one, where should we trade them to cause us the most heartbreak later on? Jeez,
So who's their starting lineup? Does Dick start?
RJ's getting traded. It's gonna happen. I feel like everybody is kind of on. It's too much money. He's playing well enough that there's a serious.
Who's gonna take him?
Come on, he's playing well.
Who's going to take him?
I got a phone number in Illinois area code.
No!
I think they'd be happy to take him on.
No, he's not white.
Well, I mean, it's fine.
And how old is he?
He's younger than 26.
Oh, shoot. Because we actually have 9 players between 20 and 25. So imagine 10.
Yeah, dude, 10. Round the whole roster out.
But I think Grady Dick is probably a long-term rotation guy. I don't know if he'll be a fixture in your starting lineup. Is he? I don't even know if he is right now. Who do they start? I can't think of it.
The Hornets, 0-4 in their last 4. They lost to the Wolves, the Warriors, Wizards, and Mavs. LaMelo Ball has not played more than 3 games straight since January 22nd. He's averaging 18, 5, and 5 on 49% true shooting during this stretch. We have 2 requests.
All right.
Matt Bowers, a.k.a. Spooky. Hornets. Pablo, the hive mind, needs to know if the Hornets get to pick 2 and miss out on flag, who's the best fit to take the great Hornets all the way to play-in territory of the East next season? Are you blowing into your headphones?
Oh, did it get into the...
Yeah, I heard it. It tickled me.
I was exasperated.
Oh, okay. My fault.
I don't know, because I'll be honest, I love VJ Edgecombe, and I think he's my number 2 player in the draft, but I don't know if he propels the Hornets to the play-in or whatever, or to the next level. I don't even know. Out of all the guys, honestly, I don't know. Would it be? I'll have to watch. Come on, I'll have to watch him directly, because so far I've only watched him through Cooper Flag, and maybe that kind of center is what takes you to the next level. But I do think VJ is the best player that'll be available, and I do think he could fit ultimately with LaMelo and Brandon Miller. And I'll say VJ because he plays defense, he can get to the rim, and he's young and he's cool and he's epic and he has one of the highest ceilings. It's like, oh, what if you had a Thompson twin on the Charlotte Hornets? How would you feel about that? That's basically.
What if you had Sung Jin Woo on there?
Stop, dude. Stop.
Landon, Hornets. As a member of the Hornets hive mind, I think that Cade Cunningham has a prehistoric-looking face. Do you think that the smoke surrounding LaMelo trade rumors is real? And if it is, where would he be wanted, and how could the Hornets recoup his value? So as far as the Cade Cunningham face thing, to me, prehistoric is too much. I could definitely see like
Ice Age,
like a face that exists in a market somewhere, like I don't know, like a stall at a vendor or something, like medieval maybe, or like on a trade route. I don't know. Definitely not iPhone face, you know.
I see him like in the cold with like the
pelts.
Yeah, with pelts.
He's got pelt face. Okay, I could be on board with that. To me, he's got
and he's fighting a polar bear hand to hand. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Talk about aura farming. The smoke surrounding LaMelo trade rumors, it could be real. I mean, it wouldn't shock me. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
If they're just if they're like, I don't want to pay this guy because we're so far away.
Yeah, it's not going to matter. I think.
But you got to spend your money somewhere. But I guess it might feel bad.
I think if you traded him to...
I think Orlando's interesting.
If you got subs back for him in Orlando, how would you feel? And like picks.
I really don't want to give up Suggs in that case.
Oh, me neither. But like, I just think it could happen.
I would if they could do, if you could
LaMelo
just do
Paolo.
If you could do pick loading,
yeah.
If you could do pick loading, I think that might be a worthy gamble. Because if you're the Magic, you could see how that could like take us to the next level. If you're the Hornets, if you really do believe like LaMelo sucks, he's a losing player, he sucks, and then you're looking over LaMelo and Paolo on this mid Magic team, yeah, these picks are definitely going to be good for us. Then that'd be an interesting move. But otherwise, I don't know, because the trade market is so damn effed up.
It's completely effed in the A, you guys.
I watched the Ruby Frankie documentary.
Who's that?
That's the Mormon mom influencer who abused her kids. She was going to kill them.
Oh, I've been watching this documentary about a guy who was like a normal, nice guy, and then he starts leveling up.
Dude. But Ruby Frankie, when they found her kid, when he finally like escaped from the house and went to the neighbors, they said you could see his Achilles. Like both of his Achilles were exposed. It's crazy. Like she thought the devil was in him, and she was gonna like punish him until it came out or whatever. She was like completely nutso.
Oh my God, what a sick woman. The Washington Wizards, 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the Jazz and the Hornets. They lost to the Heat and the Blazers. Young core looked sick in a game against where the Jazz had 7 players. Everybody was out for the Jazz.
I didn't get to watch this game, but Bryce wasn't the most efficient, but he was fouled on the game-winning attempt, and they did not call it. I was Ice Bryce in person.
We were watching. We went to this game, my girlfriend and I, and we were the whole time we were like, "Yo, Ice Bryce, you're not doing that good, dude. Come on."
Don't know ball.
I'm just saying, he wasn't really.
Don't know ball. How many mid-range shots did he get to take?
As many as he wanted. Nobody else on the team was healthy.
No, he would have taken infinite.
Infinite. Okay, Bryce versus Sungjin Woo. Who you got?
Come on, dude. Next question.
Come on, who would win?
Come on, dude. Come on.
What do you mean?
Don't do this to me. Stop.
The Wizards, 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the Jazz and the Hornets. They lost to the Heat and the Blazers. Oh shit, I already read all that. Shangoon Lover 299 says, anyone else excited in a couple years when these two are forced to talk Wizards at length because we're the number 1 team in the standings? Yeah, well, I am.
We're quitting by then. If we're at 14 million and the Wizards
we're
are 1 seed,
retiring,
we're quitting.
baby.
We're quitting, dude.
Hey,
so.
Hell yeah. I think we're just
well, actually, Wemby will be there.
Oh, well, if that's the reason they're number 1, then obviously, yeah, we'll be talking Wizards. It'll be a full Wizards episode every week. We'll be a Wizards podcast.
Les Mystiques. I don't know what wizard is in French, but that sounds right.
It's Les Sorciers.
Ooh. Le chef, because this is what it is in our culture.
Shout out to baguettes. Shout out to cigarettes.
Shout out to the bear.
Shout out to the
I
bear.
need 4 sauces!
There's too many people in my restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you turned the open.
Bro
sign
started the restaurant. What?
Me when I start a restaurant and people ask me for food.
Dude, God.
All right, fuck off.
Oh, is that it?
I guess. Not fuck off. Have a nice night. How's that?
Oh, okay.
Pack us up.
Lay down